Yes, Saturday Sports Cruise on mainland 98.3 FM. My name is Tᴜɪᴅᴇ. Let's get the show on the road. Some football is on the way. They say never back the early kickoff. Everybody thought Tottenham would absolutely destroy Luton Town, but even though they are leading 70 minutes of football played thanks to a goal by Mickey van der Ven. But it's not going exactly quite as planned for Ange Postecoglou's Lily Whites, who are in their dull grey today. Mickey van der Ven with the goal assisted by James Maddison, so that was for FPL purposes. But lots of people took they put all their eggs in one basket. So a lot of people brought in Heung-min Son for this game particularly, and the Spurs have just not played up to that level today. They started the game missing chances after chances. Richarlison missed two very good chances. Son himself could have scored but did not. And then just on the brink of halftime, Yves Bissouma got sent off for a second yellow card, booked for the second time for diving. Very, very brave second yellow, and they red. And Spurs are playing with a man down, but they are still maintaining their resolve and look like they're going to get them the win. Let's see if Luton Town can pull. A bit of an upset, even with the man down. I think Spurs are still very much favourites to emerge with all 3 points from Kenilworth Road. Do not confuse yourself. You are listening to Saturday Sports Cruise on mainland 98.3 FM. My name is Tᴜɪᴅᴇ. I'm here with Michael, the nervous Arsenal fan.
Yeah, good evening today. Afternoon, sorry. Yeah, and good afternoon, Lagos, and everyone listening. It feels really, really good to be back here, especially a weekend of football, league footballs, and everywhere. You know, the fans just buzzing and believing their team comes out on top at the end of the week. And for Luton Town, Yves Bissouma has always been an advocate of hard tackle. You know, it will always come to haunt him. He's a very, very hard player, and severally he's been one that he needs to reduce the way he goes for the tackles. I mean, this.
Yeah, that was how he got his first yellow. But his second yellow card was not for a tackle at all. His second yellow card, he was booked for diving. He basically fell to the ground with nobody touching him. And that's a ridiculous way to get sent.
Especially in this era when there is VAR and everything, you should be curious of your you should be very careful of your actions and watch how he's on a yellow card. You shouldn't be doing that, and you know, probably the coach and the rest of the team get to talk to him and, you know, bring him down and just, you know, get the best out of him. Speaking
of getting the best out of situations, Luton Town have a corner kick, but that Guglielmo Vicario deals with that very, very nicely. And it's still 2-0. It's still 1-0 in favour of Tottenham at Kenilworth Road. As mentioned, action also going on in Serie A at San Siro. Inter Bologna is goalless. They just started 5 minutes into that one. The lineups for the 3 p.m. kickoffs are also out. So, tail of the tape for Chelsea, for United, you'll find out very soon. We'll go through all of that. Michael is here. Ruth Oduanya is on our way. And Oᴏᴜᴇ Yᴏᴜ cannot be here with us, but it's always a packed house on Saturday. And we have a whole lot to talk about. Paul Pogba is in trouble. And we'll get to all of that very soon. And we'll also be talking NPFL. NPFL is back. We gave you live coverage from the studio last weekend. I will continue because it's our job. And the NWFL, we'll be talking about the draws and you know, the expansion from 14 to 16 teams. Ruth Oduanya, of course, will be giving us the lowdown on that one. But if you're an Inter Milan fan of the Nerazzurri, and you want to find out how your team lines up today, well, that's why I'm here. Jan Sommer is in goal. The back three of Benjamin Pavard, Francesco Acerbi, and Alessandro Bastoni. Very Chanaloglu and
up front. Martinez just awarded the Serie A player of the season, and hope he continues, especially when it's needed.
And let's take a quick trip to the Estadio Nuevo Mirandilla in Spain, where Cadiz are at home to Girona. The only La Liga game going on, the early kickoff right there in Spain. Ďané was sent off in the 10th minute for Cadiz, so Cadiz are playing with the man down. It's half-time, goalless, but you expect Girona, who are a pretty good team, you'd expect them to win that game, especially in the second half. Girona, remember, were top of the table until they lost 3-0 to Real Madrid. They'll be looking to bounce back. To give you updates from the Estadio Nuevo Mirandilla. And let's go now to the games we are expecting. In the Premier League, by 3 p.m., we'll see Burnley versus Chelsea, Everton versus Bournemouth, Fulham versus Sheffield United, Manchester United versus Brentford. Those are the 4 games to look forward to by 3 p.m. And of course, I never hide the fact that I'm a Chelsea fan, and I'm delighted to see the lineup Raheem Sterling returns at the expense of 𝗪𝗏 which is not great news for me. But Mudryk is on the bench, so we'll see how that goes. But let me give you full lineup between Burnley and Chelsea, while Michael prepares to do Manchester United versus Brentford. So yeah, Burnley Burnley versus Chelsea coming right up. Yeah, Burnley versus Chelsea at Tufmore. The hosts line up with James Trafford in goal. It's the back four of Vitinho, Aldakel, Delcroix, and Taylor. In midfield, Sander Berge, Colin, and Josh Branio. And the front three is Odobert, Lau Foster, and Tresor Undaj. This is a very confusing name. Mike Tresor Undaishimi. Very interesting name for Burnley right there. Notable omissions include Luka Kole-Osho, who is on the bench today. Dangerous player who has impressed so far this season. For Chelsea, it's Robert Sanchez in goal. Of course, it's a back four, the same back four that played against Fulham and secured that 2-0 win. Levy Cole as a left back, Thiago Silva and 𝗧𝗵𝗲 are the central defensive partners, and Marco Correa in his new-found position of right full back. Midfield three of Enzo Fernandez, 𝗀ꫭɪsᴇ Caicedo, and Conor Gallagher continue the same way they lined up against Fulham. And the front three is the same except for Raheem Sterling replacing 𝗪𝗏. So Sterling in place of Mudryk. Armando Broja retains his place up front despite Nicholas Jackson's return, and Cole Palmer starts on the left wing. So the full substitutes for Chelsea: Kenny Chukwuemeka is back and is on the bench today. Alfie Gilchrist on the bench, Nicholas Jackson, Ian Martin, Noni Madueke, Alex Matos, 𝗪𝗏, George Petrovic, the goalkeeper, still yet to play again for Chelsea, new signing goalkeeper, and Ugochukwu Leslie. And for Burnley, they have Zeki Amduni on the bench. They have Brun Larsen, who scored the wonderful winning goal against Luton Town. That shot from deep. They have Jack Cock on the bench. Luka Kole-Osho, like I initially mentioned, Ajaden Muric, former Manchester City goalkeeper. Dara O'Shea. They have Aaron Ramsey, Connor Roberts, and Jay Rodriguez. So that's what's going on at Tufmore. We'll do a full preview as the kickoff nears. Kickoff is for 3 p.m. So you have 50 minutes in case you want to, do things around that game. But Michael is going to tell us what's happening at Old Trafford.
Yeah, for Manchester United, they are going with a 4-2-3-1 formation, and Anthony back in the team, not in the squad. He didn't start today, but they go with a 4-2-3-1 formation with Andre Onana in goal. Victor Lindelof operates from the right back, while Diogo Dalot from the left back. Johnny Evans and Harry Maguire partner in the defense. Casemiro and Sofiane Amrabat in the central defensive midfield areas. Bruno Fernandes, Mason Mount, and Marcus Rashford in the attacking midfield, while Rasmus Højlund attacks for them in front to get the goal. Then Thomas Strakosha, yeah, he starts in goal for Brentford in a 3-5-2 formation. Nathan Collins, Ethan Pinnock, and Christopher Aja starts in the and partner in the three-man defense. Mads Roaslev and Aaron Hickey at the wide midfield position. Matthias Jensen, Christian Nogard, and Vitani Janelt in the central midfield. Brian Mbeumo and Yohan Wissa up front for Brentford.
Yeah, so Brentford looking to pull off that potential upset. Do you think they can do it?
Yeah, it's very, very possible for them. Manchester United have lost back-to-back home games at the Old Trafford, and they wouldn't want to lose in as much as. But Brentford are a capable side of causing an upset for Manchester United, especially in the current form they are in.
Yeah, Brentford extremely capable. Let's see if they can do it, especially since they beat United last season. But on the bench for United, Anthony is there, as Michael mentioned. Alte Bayern there, the goalkeeper signed from Fenerbahce, still yet to play for the club. He's on the bench. Christian Eriksen, Alejandro Garnacho, Anthony Martial, Scott McTominay, Aníbal Mejbri, Facundo Pellistri, and Donny van der Beek are the fantastic 9 on the bench today. In fact, I think they listed 9. For Brentford, they have Balcom, the backup goalkeeper, on the bench. They have Bril, Yᴏᴜɪḻɪ, they have Godos, they have Kim Jisoo, Neil Mopey, Olakigbe, they have Frank Onyeka, the Nigerian international, Yamoliuk, and of course Zanka. So that's what's going on at Old Trafford. There are 2 more 3 p.m. kickoffs of interest, and this Everton versus Bournemouth. To Goodison, Everton suffered that shocking defeat against Luton Town. Speaking of Luton Town, they are still losing at home to Tottenham. They are about to bring on Wᴏʀʟᴜ with 10 minutes to go. Let's see if they can, do it. If they can get another point.
Senior man in the squad.
Yeah, you would expect that Barkley. He's just come back from injury, so that explains why they are bringing him on just now. But a player of his experience, I thought he'd be playing every single game. Anyway, Everton are Goodison, looking for that elusive win. I think Everton are yet to win this season. Let me confirm that. Let me confirm that real quick, just to be sure. Have Everton won a league game this season? I think they defeated Brentford. Yeah, they beat Brentford by 3 goals to 1. Wow. It was last month, 3-1 against Brentford. Doucouré, Tarkowski, and Dominic Calvert-Lewin with the goals. I think I do remember that one now. But that's their only win so far this season. And coupled with a 2-2 draw against Sheffield United, those are their only points of the season. So not a great start to the season for Everton. Sean Dyche's Everton, who now have the task of facing Bournemouth. Bournemouth yet to win so far this season. In fact, Bournemouth are one of only 2 teams yet to win this season. Yeah, Bournemouth and Sheffield United are the 2 teams yet to win this season. Do you think Bournemouth can?
Of course, it's very, very possible.
Because they've been playing well. They've had a difficult run of games to start the season. This season alone, in the first 7 games, Bournemouth have played Arsenal. Bournemouth have played Brighton. Bournemouth have played Chelsea. Bournemouth have played Tottenham. Bournemouth have played Liverpool. Bournemouth have played West Ham. So it's a difficult run of games you expect. You understand why they've not won.
Of course, yeah, and of course Everton. You cannot write them off totally. Especially they've not won league games, but at least they were able to pull out 2 wins in the Carabao Cup competition. They dropped Aston Villa as well as Doncaster, in as much as you don't count those ones as a major opponent or that as a major competition. But of course, you can see they lost last weekend to Luton Town. That shows very, very disappointing run. And for Bournemouth, of course, they can get a win. It's an anybody win in this game. Both sides are not better than each other. Though Everton have more points, but you can bet it's not a big risk if you bet on Bournemouth to win. Yeah,
Everton currently 16th with 4 points from 7 games. Bournemouth 19th with 3 points from 7 games. But the good thing for Bournemouth is that their 3 points have come from 3 draws. So they'll be looking for that first win. And like I said, they've had a difficult run of fixtures to start the season. So maybe this is where it starts to get good. Face a beatable team like Everton. Let us look at who are going to be lining up for both clubs. I have Pickford in goal for the host Everton. Ashley Young starts as a right back. Tarkowski and Jared Brandwaite are the central defensive partnership, and Vitaly Mykolenko starts as the left back. In midfield, it's a flat 4 of James Garner, Harrison, Idrissa Gueye, and Dwight McNeil, with Doucouré in front of them and Dominic Calvert-Lewin as the lone striker. For Bournemouth, they have Neto in goal. They have Kekej, St. Marcos Senesi, Zabani, and Tavernier playing right back today. They have a midfield 3 of Cook, Billing, and Christie, and on the wings is Dango, Ouattara, and Smith playing behind Dominic Solanke, who leads the line. On the bench for these 2 clubs, Everton's new striker Beto starts on the bench along with another signing, the striker they signed this summer, Chemiti. Danjuma also a new signing, although joined on loan, is on the bench. Dobbin, Godfrey, Michael Keane, Amadou Onana, Patterson, and Virginia are the rest of the players on the Everton bench. On the Bournemouth bench, I can see Max Aarons, David Brooks, Justin Kluivert, Kiefer Moore, Yoni Torado, Joe Russell, Alistair Semenyo, Luis Sinistera, and Traore. So that's what we can expect at Goodison Park, 3 p.m. kickoff in that one. And let's finally run through the last lineup, which is Fulham versus Sheffield United. The good news is the Nigerian starts. Alex Iwobi is in the starting lineup for Fulham. But who else starts? They have Leno in goal. Brian Leno is the back four of Timothy Castagne, Issa Diop, Tᴜɪᴜ, and Anthony Robinson. Solid back four. It's a midfield three. Iwobi and Andreas Pereira play either side of João Palhinha, who holds down the fort in the defensive midfield area. Bobby Di Cordova-Reid will flank Carlos Vinicius, and Willian is on the left wing. So Fulham very much favourites for that one against Sheffield United. Will line up with 𝗏𝗏 in goal. It's a back three of Akhmedovich, Trusty, and Basham. Left wing back is Thomas. Right wing back is Jaden Bogle, Oliver Norwood, Souza, and Gustavo Ema. The midfield trio, Oli McBurney and Cameron Archer, lead the line for the Blades. On the Fulham substitute bench, it's Fode Balotore and Calvin Bassey, the Super Eagles player. Tom Kearney on the bench, Raul Jimenez on the bench, Sasa Lukic on the bench, Addison Breed, Rodak, Rodrigo Muniz, and Avery Wilson. On the Sheffield United bench is Ryan Brewster, Davis, Jonathan Fleck, Larouci, James McAtee, Robinson, Seriki, Slimani, and Traore. So, Michael, what can we expect from Fulham versus Sheffield United?
Of course, a Fulham win. I don't know. They've been blowing hot and cold this season. Yeah, they've been like they drew against us now. Their last game they lost to Chelsea, surprising. But a Sheffield United win is like is very very much possible. Is the most possible thing. I mean, Sheffield United with 1 point so far in the season. They've got just one draw. And
so you're Sheffield United to beat
no.
To beat Fulham?
Fulham should beat Everton. That's what I mean. Okay. Yeah, I mean with only 1 point sitting at the bottom of the table comfortably. I mean 1 point to 3 points. A draw against Everton was where they could only get their points. Everton, Fulham, they should just getting back to winning ways. Sitting 13th on the table, and will hope to move ahead of the likes of Nottingham Forest, Chelsea, and Manchester United.
Nice one. Very, very nicely done. Talking about putting Chelsea in that mix. Well, very nice. So it's popping off at the San Siro. Inter lead 2-1. Just 20 minutes of football played, but we've seen 3 goals in the San Siro. Francesco Acerbi opened the scoring, and Lautaro Martinez, the man, is on fire. He's on fire. Anybody wants to guess how many Serie A goals Martinez has scored this season?
He's got 6 in 5 games.
He's got 10 this season already.
This season,
he has 10 league goals already.
Wow.
He has 10.
Wow.
The next player is Victor Osimhen and Domenico Berardi, 5
far
each.
behind.
So he has double of the next player.
Yeah, of course, they are far behind.
He did not take it lightly as he lost that Serie A top scorer to Osimhen last season. And he's coming here to put it out of doubt that he fully wants to win it. I think it will also be his first Capo Cadenari. He's never won it since, and he's been at this is his 4th or 5th season is at Inter Milan. He's first as the captain of the team, and is leading by example. 10 league goals already this season for Lautaro Martinez, assisted of course by his new partner in crime, Marcos Thuram. Ricardo Orsolini pulled one back shortly through the penalty spot for Bologna. So 2-1 if you are better over 2.5 to Wally. But somewhere that over 2.5 is not happening is at the Kenilworth Road. Tottenham still lead by a goal to 90 minutes on the dot. Added time is about to go up. We don't know how many minutes is going up yet. I think there will be a lot of minutes in this one. But it looks like Tottenham will wrap it up despite being 1 man down. Of
course, it seems they would. With the quality, I mean, Luton Town have been able to show they have no quality to deliver up front. I mean, they've had, in as much as they've had the ball, they couldn't do anything with it. I mean, they were so ineffective. With the likes of Romero just getting the attackers out of possession and just easily. So a Tottenham win is assured in the game.
But the game was projected to be a very easy win for Spurs, and right now it looks like they're having to grind out the result. In 76 minutes they took out Heung-min Son and brought in Emerson Royal, and they took out Maddison and brought in Oliver Skip, a defensive midfielder. They took out Destiny Udogie and brought in Ben Davies. Looking like Ange Postecoglou is not in the mood for a flamboyant win today. Just wants to get the 3 points by all means at Kenilworth Road. So should Tottenham, the question is, should Spurs fans be disappointed by even if they win 1-0, because I mean it's losing down, and everybody else, the way Spurs were playing, the way Luton were playing, and the way the Spurs even started the game, Richarlison missed 2 very good chances. Son could have scored. They could have been 4-0 up at halftime, and now they are scrapping for a 1-0 win. So even with the 1-0 win, would you be disappointed as a Tottenham fan?
Of course you can't be disappointed. I mean, there are times like this, you do not have to get the win cleanly. There are times you have to dig it deep to get it, and moments like this. I mean, I could remember Arsenal last season getting a 1-0 win. They were struggling to get wins. They were like, in some moments they were thriving towards the beginning, but at times, as time goes on, they were just trying to get the win the hard way. That's how you get to know a big team. Moments like this will come. Your resilience will get tested, and you just have to. All you need to get is the results. And Tottenham are looking like they are going to get it, and they should be proud of the win, anyways.
All right, they should be proud of the win, anyways. Says Michael. 5 minutes have been added on at Kenilworth Road. Let's see if Luton Town can smash and grab with a late equalizer, or Tottenham will hold on for all 3 points. Anyway, it's not all English football today. Action will happen in France as well. Metz versus Nice by 4 p.m. So lineups will be available from 3, and then we'll give them to you. Reims versus Monaco later on tonight by 8 as well. Promises to be a game full of goals. In the German Bundesliga, we have 2:30 kickoffs. They are kicking off in about 5 minutes. Augsburg versus Darmstadt, Dortmund versus Union Berlin, RB Leipzig versus Bochum, Stuttgart versus Wolfsburg, and Werder Bremen will play Hoffenheim, but much later, 5:30. I can tell you that Dortmund have lined up with a 4-2-3-1 formation. 4-2-3-1 formation. They have Marius Wolf. They have Gregory Kobel in goal. Marius Wolf as the right fullback. Ryerson as the left fullback. Hummels and Schlotterbeck are the central defensive partners. Emre Can and Felix Nmecha hold it down in central midfield areas. Donya Malen on the right, Marco Ruiz as the 10, Jerome Bino-Gittins, Jimmy Bino-Gittins, the young Englishman on the left wing, and Nicholas Füllkrug leads the line as the starting striker. For Union Berlin, who are a Champions League team nowadays, they are very, very interesting formations. They line up with 3-3-2-2. Very, very interesting. Late Bonucci, yeah, that's the same Leonardo Bonucci, and Doki are the 3 at the back in front of Ronald, the goalkeeper, Frederick Ronald, the goalkeeper. And in the midfield 3, I can see Robin Gosens, Král, and Trimmel. So Alex Král, Robin Gosens, and Christopher Trimmel, the 3 in midfield, and the further 2 in the attacking midfield. They have 2 different midfields. Abra and Laidoni, Yannick Abra and Aissa Laidoni, and the 2 up front, Kevin Behrens and Geraldo Becker, the duo that led them to the Champions League in the first place. So that game promises to be exciting. Kicks off in just about 5 minutes. RB Leipzig versus Bochum. RB Leipzig line up with 4-4-2. They have Yannick Blaswick in goal, Lucas Klosterman, Mohamed Simakan, Costello Lukeba, and David Rom, the German international, at the back for Xabi Simons. Is lighting up Europe. He starts today. Schlager and Kevin Campbell, the midfield partners, and Christoph Baumgartner on the left wing. It's the front 2 of Lois Openda and Benjamin Šeško right there for RB Leipzig. Bochum, maybe I should just read their lineup, baby. Rayman in goal, Bernardo Odets and Schlotterbeck, not Schlotterbeck is on the other team, Schlotterbeck on this team, and they have Suarez, Losilla, and Gamboa in midfield, Stoga and Osterhage as the attacking midfielders. They have Gonzalo Pacienza, who had a fantastic season, I think last season or the season before with Eintracht Frankfurt, and Takuma Asano. Arsenal fans will be familiar with their former youngster Takuma Asano, now 28-year-old nowadays, and he plays his club football for Bochum. So if you're interested in that one, you can check it out. Stuttgart versus Wolfsburg, the man in form, the man the man that everybody's talking about, Serhou Guirassy. He has 10 goals in the Bundesliga already this season. Starts for Stuttgart, of course, so I will put the 10-goal striker on the bench. Noble is in goal. Stenzel, Rualt, Anton, and Ito at the back for Carazo and Stiller holding it down in central midfield. Lewelling, Milot, and Furyk, the 3 behind the striker, who, of course, is Serhou Guirassy. And for Wolfsburg, they have Casteels in goal, 𝗃𝗃 if you remember the Euros, 𝗃𝗃, the Danish left wing back with the eye for goal. Signed for Atalanta after that, but now it's in Wolfsburg. They have Zessiga and Lacroix in defense, and Baku as the right fullback. Ridley Baku is Max Arnold and Svanberg holding it down in midfield. Lovro Maya, Yanni Gerhardt, and Thiago Thomas are the three behind the striker Jonas Wind, who has also had a very good start to the Bundesliga season with 7 goals scored so far. They get 5 minutes of added time, but they've played 7 minutes and still no full-time whistle at Kenny's Wharf Road. Tottenham fans biting their nails, waiting for that final whistle by all means. Let's see if they can get it. The Root of Odunayo is here, and so is Wisdom. Wisdom, how are you doing? It's been a while.
Yeah, good afternoon. I always forget your name.
Just like, we have Michael and Odunayo here.
I have Michael, Root of Odunayo. Good afternoon, Lagos. We are here again.
During the Manchester United crisis.
He's a Chelsea fan. Don't worry.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
You could have told
They're
him.
still in crisis too.
Always in crisis. Tottenham has finally ended. So Tottenham, the Luton Town knew Tottenham won his final results in the early kick-off today. So yeah, Tottenham can be happy with the win. And
Sitting on top.
Odunayo, Tottenham are top in the table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can Arsenal overtake them?
Good afternoon today. Good afternoon to everyone.
It was quite heavy.
Oh,
It was quite heavy.
it was quite heavy too. So where I was hoping to be the first time Hotspur to build on that results they got from grinding our results this season. I think you must give it to Hunch on that. In unexpected places, I think they're still unbeaten, and right now they're on top of the log.
Yeah.
So you might probably say you expect more goals than this, but they were playing away from home, and Luton Town were also not there to play around as well. But then, and eventually, they also got a red card in the first half, which could even change the course of the game, but they were still able to grind out results. And I think you must give it to Tottenham Hotspur this season that they are not just here to make up the numbers this time around. I think they are here to make to take up European places this time around, and I think the big teams have to watch their back. They've played 2 big teams already, and they are here to lose. Yeah. So I think they are here to stay.
Yeah, I think at the end of the weekend they will be the only unbeaten team in the Premier League. Make up that what you will. But yeah,
I don't think so. I don't think so. I know we'll get into that.
No, we'll get into all of that. Don't worry. Don't worry. We have to go. Have to go on the break. Let's go on the break. And by the time we return, we'll do a full preview of the 3 p.m. games, and of course get into Arsenal Manchester City and talk about a lot of other things that we have on the table today. Saturday Sports Cruise. Don't go nowhere.
Listening to Mainland 98.3 FM.
Slowly add it up. Money on my mind. Care what they yarning about me in particular. Out here on the road chasing my dream because I know I'm chasing for me. Ololola the mango malo. Rokota edition malo. If you want to let you come alone, you can find anybody na money I want. Not the year with the people they know. Want to get a shakeleti love. It's a love and I wanna get another one. I go take and do it in I love. Waiting you love. Sheshe ubo sheshe, omo you don't take ya shekele mu fofaye, but you fofaye. Yeah. Ola de mangbo molo, orokoto idishomolo. If you want to let you come alone, you find anybody la money I want. But they hear what people they do. Want to get a shakeleti low. See love and I wanna get another one. I go take and do it in I want. Waiting you love. You're listening to Mainland 98.3 FM.
Try me 100 times. Wanted me to lie, wanted me to cry, wanted me to die. Real life. I'm staying alive, I'm staying alive, I'm staying alive, I'm staying alive. Another one. Yeah. Try me 100 times. Wanted me to lie, wanted me to cry, wanted me to die. DJ Khaled. I'm staying alive, I'm staying alive, I'm staying alive, I'm staying alive. I she in love and she been over once. It's not like I know her for months. This life it allow me to take what I want. It's not like I know what I want. It's not like I know what I need. I get some time, but there's no guarantees. When I was broke, she was being a tease. 4 pockets full, now she down on her knees. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Sorry, this was on 98.3 FM. Suppose are staying alive, top of the table in the Premier League. But can Arsenal match them? Because if Arsenal manage to win, which is nearly impossible, and I'll tell you why Arsenal have not beaten matches. Arsenal have not beaten Manchester City in 8 years. 2015. What were you doing in 2015? Juwon, talk to me. What were you doing in 2015?
2015, I was good. Still living with my parents.
Who was the president of Nigeria in 2015?
2015, Jonathan era, subsidy.
Was it that year that was so?
No, it was not. But at least I mastermind that. But I was fine doing my thing. You understand? But good to be on the show.
Arsenal did not beat Man City the entire Buhari administration.
I want deep.
This is a new era.
A new era. But I see Arsenal winning. I'm supporting them to win.
Yes, but you support them to win, or you think they will win? It's different. It's different. Do you if Chelsea want to play Man City, of course, I will support Chelsea. But does that mean I think Chelsea will win? No, it's different. Are you supporting them, or you actually believe that they will win?
I believe they're gonna win this one.
All right. Let's check out Jibola. There's only one thing you can say, so I'm not going to ask you. In fact, I mean, you hate us now, but you also hate Man City.
No, I didn't hate us now, but I wanted to lose. That's all.
Yeah, I said it already. Said the unbeaten run is going to be over.
All right. The main reason I didn't want to take your opinion is because you two are suffering. So why would you have opinion or who will lose when your own winning never draw for you? Can you win today? That's the first question.
Because when I was coming, I saw the lineup, but then again, I'm not. Convinced, not confused. I'm not convinced because a 35-year-old Evans, although 1 or 2 matches that he has played, the 1 or 2 things.
He was pretty much man of the match against Burnley.
Exactly, but I'm scared of what was that guy name? This Rwandan guy, Ben Yadabi. That guy,
the Tunisian guy.
No, the other guy.
𝗏ᴏ.
Yeah, 𝗏ᴏ, because I watched the game against Arsenal.
𝗏ᴏ and Brett.
That guy gave Gabriel a hell. So I don't know how Maguire and Evans going to own 𝗵𝗏 because I'm scared. But then again, it's at Old Trafford.
It's the best you can put out there.
The best man you can get to the
Probably.
Yeah, I know that.
And you're not this confident of them winning. Yes, I know, but I think this, if you want to get your season going, I think these are the kind of games that you should be winning. And I think I'm quite happy that it took Sophia Amrabat. No, it was quite different against Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace have had this long time history against Manchester United, even at Old Trafford. So I was not really surprised at that loss. So
even with the squad, I do not think Manchester United are getting anything from this game. I think it's going to be their third home defeat straight.
Well,
and of
the
course,
good thing for United is that
they're going to lose this game.
The good thing for United is that Brentford had 3 defeats in that run. Lost to Arsenal in the cup, lost to Everton and Newcastle in the league. If you lose to Everton, you are really not good. That's why they lost to Everton at home. They were playing at home to Everton and they lost 3-1. So that's not the result that flatters. So this is a beatable team for United, but again, from
United is beatable as well.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say that. And also, let's not forget that this team beat them 4-0 last season.
Of course, they defeated Manchester City home and
everybody remembers that.
And they don't forget, when it comes to Man U, I mean, it's like all teams are now a boogie team for Manchester United. There's no that fear factor anymore. Old Trafford is now a place where you come to and probably you take your chance and everything. So that's why I said I'm not convinced. But then again, it's a game of football. Let's see what happens after 90 minutes.
One thing I think the manager has realized is that they need to tighten up things at the back, and I think he's going to do that today. He's taking off Sophia Amrabat
to the midfield.
And I think that's what that defense just needs to do. They need something that can shield them off, and I think bringing in Sophia Amrabat to the midfield is something they can even cheer up. You just expect something different this afternoon. I think it's not going to be like the previous games we've seen.
Well, let's see. The last 4 games at Old Trafford, United have lost 3. Damning, losing to Brighton 3-1, losing to Crystal Palace 1-0, and then Galatasaray 3-2. So, is that going to continue today, Michael? I think you believe so.
It's going to continue, obviously. But the only positive from this game is that if Manchester United can win the game from the midfield, of course, Sofiane Amrabat and Casemiro is solid.
Shout out to one of our callers. I can't remember his name, but he said it here. I think it was on Thursday. Said what Ten Hag should have done is actually move Dalot to left back and play Amrabat and play Amrabat in the middle, play Lindelof on the right, and which is exactly what he's doing today. Because United were struggling in early part of the season, and we were all saying that the midfield needs Amrabat. When Amrabat returns from injury, they will be good. Only for Amrabat to come back and using him in left back, which means the midfield problem still exists. So, like Oduayo said,
it already worked for them. So I think they returned back to that setting this afternoon. So I think I'm expecting a positive result from them this afternoon.
Yeah, with Amrabat, a much more solid option. Defensive.
And for the sake of Rasmus for all the goals he's been scoring,
exactly.
I mean, still not scoring.
Is it not the Agus scoring in the UCL so far?
3 goals.
3 goals.
And yet United are yet to win a game.
And great talent. I love him. I mean, if you can get the service, he's going to score.
I've been saying this. That guy is a baller. He's going to all he needs.
The 2 goals against Ghana. The second goal was, quality finish.
What about the one that was chucked offside?
Before we move on,
I think it's
positive results for United or not?
Negative.
This one is
against
bad, I don't mind.
Positive results for United today, yes or no?
Today, negative.
Draw.
Positive or negative?
I'll be happy.
Expecting a loss, so you don't
I'm not convinced yet.
I think for me, Rasmus Højlund is going to be getting a lot of service from Mr. Mount, Bruno Fernandes, and Rashford this afternoon.
Rashford is not servicing.
Rashford is not.
I said services. He had an assist in the Champions League.
Yes. And we were all very surprised because he usually does not pass.
It's not in very
I think if they can put in the balls into the box 18, I think Rasmus Højlund should be able to get his goal, his premiership.
Let me go to wisdom to settle the wisdom. Positive or negative results for United today?
Negative.
Wow. All of you are just so. Wow.
You're not scared of Brentford at Old Trafford. That's how bad it is.
I wasn't going to take calls this early, but let me hear what Sufama wants to say.
Hello.
I know boss my ear now. Good afternoon.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, everybody in the studio.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Yes, the match you are looking on the Sunday, I will give it to Arsenal. Yes, I think that Arsenal could be able to learn from the mistake of the last season. At least being allowed the trophy to go out of their hand at the dying minute, when everybody was already celebrating, and that at least they will see something to take back to the Emirates. So there's still room for Arsenal to win it. Because the premiership of this season, number one, I will not guarantee Manchester City to defend because at least lesser team also are giving them edge. So Tottenham also is there. So I'm looking for the match against them and Tottenham or Liverpool also. Even though Chelsea also that is Wembley now also can bring a surprise. So for the Premiership, yes, the Premiership of this season, I will not give it to Manchester City, but I will still give it to Arsenal. So whatever anything happen in the Emirates, still determine who the Premiership who is going to be the champion of the Premiership this season. So that's just please, when is Roma playing?
I'll confirm that to you. I think it's on Sunday, but I think Roma is playing on Sunday. I'll confirm that to you. Thank you. All right. So believing Arsenal can win the Premier League. I don't know what to tell you. But
even Chelsea, that should be more surprising. He said Chelsea can pull up a surprise.
I mean,
but Sunday actually believe that Chelsea is going to come second. So do you think?
I said top 2. I was being safe. Ideally, I think at the start of the season, at the start of the season, I believe Chelsea to be title contenders. I still
now they are going to.
I still don't believe. I don't change my mind, to be honest.
The season is still very young. Yes, the season is still very young.
Mid-season, if mid-season Chelsea are still not in the mix, I will accept that I was wrong. But now,
despite all the Chelsea's criticism, this morning I was going to an article and I found out that Chelsea has scored in the least. I mean, considered the least goal.
Of course, they have a very
good
they
will come good.
Yes,
they have the second best defense in the Premier League.
Exactly.
Chelsea have the second most clean sheets in the Premier League.
Exactly.
They are not just scoring goals. That's just the problem. They are creating chances this time around.
No,
Unlike last season, they were not creating chances. They were not scoring goals.
When they are not getting the goals, they will get tired and the defense will start shipping in goals. That's just it.
Oh my God. Anyways, I wanted to react to one of the things 𝗪ᴏ said. I think I quite agree with him that even if Arsenal loses against City tomorrow, it does not mean they are not going to win the league. Because as far as I'm concerned, I do not think that Arsenal lost the league last season as a result of losing home and away to Man City. I don't think so. I think they lost the league when they had that 3 run of draws against Liverpool, Southampton, and West Ham United. So it does not really matter whether you lose to City home and away. Just do your job. Just do your homework when you're playing other side that you feel that they are lesser than you. So it does not really mean they are not going to win the league title. But that does not mean that I'm saying City is winning tomorrow.
Well, to directly disagree with you, it's Jack Grealish and Erling Haaland. I was going to save this for later on in the show, but let's hear their thoughts on what Arsenal were failing to do last season. Yeah, I'll get that clip across shortly. I'm just having some technical difficulties. Arsenal fans, it's you. I blame you. Yeah, Saturday Sports Cruise on Mainland 98.3 FM. As promised, Jack Grealish and Erling Haaland discussing Manchester City's title charge against Arsenal.
It was the Liverpool game at home. I was so nervous, but I knew they went 1-0 up. But I knew if we win this, then we're going to win it.
We were still a fair bit though. Was that like 6 points?
Yeah. I think it was like still 5 points or something. But we just had the momentum and we just knew that we were going to win games and everything, and we went on the run as well,
Yeah. See, me, I was a bit different. I just, because I thought, I'm going to lose here. And I'm sure we were like 6-7 points. So I was just thinking, if we can get to before that Arsenal game and we're 3 points behind them, because we always had better goal difference than them. And then really, if you win that game, it's yours to lose there. I just knew if we got to that point before that game, and it was 3 points or 2 points, whatever it was, I knew we were going to win that, and then I knew it was ours to lose, and I thought, we're going to win this. For me.
Jack Grealish absolutely saying that the Arsenal win was sure for him. That all City needed to do was get to 3 points before they faced Arsenal, and they knew the Arsenal was a guaranteed win. So all these other people are saying the players don't see him pass.
Pep also mentioned that Liverpool's game, and I mentioned that it was one of the reasons why Arsenal did not win it. I mean, you went 2-0 up at Anfield, and you could not hold it tight at the back. He's one of the reasons why they lost the league. After that Liverpool draw, they had a draw against West Ham at home, and then another one
against Southampton.
Yeah. Those were the games Arsenal lost the league, not against City.
Yeah, of course. If they had gone on to claim all 3 points against Liverpool, I mean, that would have been the biggest motivation. I mean, going into
those round of games. Going into the game against City, Arsenal had their fate in their hands.
Exactly.
And if they had avoided, they would have avoided defeat. But the City players are here telling you that even with 3 points, they knew that there's no way.
There was no way Arsenal were going to avoid defeat after losing. After drawing 3 games, you were supposed to win.
Yeah,
there was no motivation whatsoever going into that game, and you had injuries.
So there's motivation for tomorrow as well.
No, we have not. But I think for City, they have all the bragging rights. Of course, we are like their babies. I mean, for a team that has lost for about 8 seasons, like how many games back to back this season? I think Michael and I were talking off air that we've lost to City 4 times this year already. So we are their babies. They have the bragging rights. I mean, they are not just winning; they are scoring lots of goals against the Arsenal side. So I think for them, they have all the bragging rights going into the game tomorrow.
All right, all the bragging rights belong to Manchester City.
Even though it's going to be a different kettle of fish this time.
Okay, Fisher woman. Let us see what is going on in Germany. It's popping off in Germany. Dortmund trail 2-1 at home to Union Berlin. 20 minutes of play, 3 goals already in that one. Nicolas Füllkrug opened the scoring after just 7 minutes. But Robin Gosens and Krau pulled one back and then put Union Berlin in front in that one. So 2-1. They lead. But guys, where do you think the upset is going to come from the Premier League for 4 p.m. games, for the 3 p.m. games today? Talk to me.
Yeah, of course. If it's this afternoon, I think it's obviously Manchester United. Chelsea might slot in the upsets, but I think
beating Manchester United at Old Trafford,
yeah, that would be an upset.
It's no longer an upset.
Well, it's an upset against the 14th place Brentford. I think that's going to be the upset.
Mind you, they've lost their.
Really? So wait, so Brentford beating United is not an upset? Brentford are never beating United at Old Trafford in their history. So that's not an upset. Come on now. Come on. Let us.
On current form and due to the current.
I give it to you, but on current form.
It doesn't matter. It's still going to be an upset. Now, that's like saying if Man City have a bad run of games, then anybody that beat.
No. Against other teams. I mean, against Arsenal. Arsenal are their babies. So.
It's not sure for them
now. Like Michael said, for me too, I think if United lost to Brentford, that would be a shocker for me too.
Well, I'm expecting a win from Chelsea, so I'll be disappointed this afternoon if Chelsea do not get the maximum points against Burnley.
Please,
yes, I'm actually expecting.
Don't expect a win, please. Expect the opposite so that you can be disappointed. I know Chelsea will win. I just don't want you to expect it. Don't expect it. Thank you very much. Let's see what's popping at the Bernabeu. Real Madrid take on Osasuna by 3:15. On that one, the lineups are out 4-3-1-2. The usual formation for Madrid this season is Kepa Arrizabalaga in goal. Mendy is the left back. Center back partnership of Rudiger and Tchouaméni. Do my eyes deceive me? Tchouaméni is playing center back.
Yeah,
incredible. Dani Carvajal on the right full back slot. In midfield is Modric, Camavinga, and Fede Valverde. Of course, Jude Bellingham at the tip of the diamond. And Vinicius Junior and Oselu lead the line. For Osasuna, it's Herrera in goal. Peña, Catena, Garcia and Cruz at the 4 at the back. Moncayola, Toro and Oros at the midfield trio. And up front is Areso, Ante Budimir and Garcia. Quick correction, Union Berlin's goal, the second goal has been removed by VAR for offside. So it's 1-1 between Dortmund and Union Berlin again. Alex Krau's goal does not stand. No other goals still to report in Germany. And Inter Milan versus Bologna is 2-1 at half-time. So with this lineup, I don't know, Juwon, as the Madridista in the building, are you feeling confident about getting the results at home to Osasuna?
Against Osasuna, for sure. Going by the current form of the team right now, and the main superstar in that team now, Bellingham, Form, and the rest of them, I'm sure we're going to get a maximum point against Osasuna, that's for sure.
Even though it looks like Real Madrid are not playing their best of football right now, but they've been grinding out results.
They know how to get the results.
And of course, they're going to build on that momentum they got in the Champions League, winning 3-2 win at
Against
Napoli.
Napoli.
And of course,
I just want to remind everybody that nothing is
back in the team as well.
Nothing is guaranteed, considering the fact that Real Madrid's last 2 home games against Osasuna in the league have ended in draws.
Absolutely,
And
sure.
Real Madrid lined up today with a midfielder playing defense, and is that not going to impact the potential?
Not really. Not really. I think they're still going to get that result against Osasuna.
Especially when you have the best attacking midfielder in the world.
It's not about that, but I mean, they just know how to get the result, Real Madrid. Even
That's what they've been doing all season. They've not been
in
playing
fact,
the
they are
best
not convincing
of
for me.
football,
I'll
yes.
tell
Even
you,
before
but
Vinicius Junior came back, and now Vinicius Junior is back with Oᴘᴇ and Jude Bellingham. I think they should be able to grind out the result this afternoon. Jude Bellingham has been the only difference. In every game they failed to put out their best. It's been the difference. So I think it's probably going to be the difference this afternoon alongside Vinicius Junior.
All right, Bellingham to be the difference. Speaking of Bellingham, there's been a debate raging on the internet, Twitter specifically, about is Bellingham, first of all, is Bellingham the biggest English football talent that we've seen in recent? I don't think so. Presently, maybe. Well, like people are saying that he might be the biggest because he's still just 20 years old. He's played over 100 games. He's played even almost 200 career games. Started playing professionally at 16 at the top level football. So he's been around for a while. In terms of talents, like prodigies,
right now,
all time. England.
It can't be all time.
No, like
bro. This generation.
It's worthy to consider. How many people were doing what he's doing at his age?
I mean, if you want to say all time, that would be disrespectful to the likes of 𝗵𝗫. It can't be all time, bro. It can't.
Like,
but you talk about
you are misunderstanding the question.
Okay.
The question is he one of the best young English players of all time? I'm not saying is he the greatest English player of all time.
You just claim me, Baba. You know, claim me before. Sure.
You don't get
for sure. I agree with you on that one. I agree.
I disagree, but let's hear the entire room as Odunayo in the middle of a selfie. Is it jumping the gun to say Bellingham has gotten to the level of the best young player in England's history?
Yeah, of course. At this stage, you can tell he is. I mean, playing at the biggest club in the world currently. I mean, he's the biggest player in Madrid currently. He's the best. He's the telling difference in every situation for Madrid. So far, in his first season, playing 9 games, already getting 8 goals as a midfielder. I mean, who would you expect? Who would you pick out in that situation? Real Madrid is doing absolutely well. From Dortmund, already the face of Dortmund, at the age of 19 already captaining his side outside the English. You know, if it's in England, you can tell that he's an English boy. He's being pampered with the likes of the hype, with the hype of Mason Mount or the likes. But he is outside England, still dominating in every. He left Dortmund. I mean, this is one major factor they bring out when they are debating about Ronaldo and Messi. As Messi proved himself outside Barcelona. Look at Jude Bellingham at the age of 20 already. Outside his comfort zone, and is dominating. I mean, he has gone as far as, if he continues like this, he might have one of the biggest shouts to the Ballon d'Or this season. If he continues like this, I mean, he has a shout at the Ballon d'Or already at this age.
And of course, playing for a side like Real Madrid also give him an added advantage as well.
Yeah, of course.
So you agree?
I kind of agree.
Yeah.
To contextualize Bellingham, if you are listening and this is sounding ridiculous, don't be, because Bellingham has played 186 career games at the top level, not youth games, not played for Birmingham, Dortmund, and Real Madrid. 186 at 20 years old. He's played 26 times for England senior national team. So this is not a fluke.
And he could have added a Bundesliga title to it last season. If not for what happened if not for Dortmund that eventually bottled the league on the very last day, losing that league title to Bayern Munich, it would have been a very good way to leave Dortmund at the end of the season. But quite sad that they bottled it.
Do Jibola and Wisdom agree?
Yeah, I think I did. I think I agree with the guys. You know, when he came to Madrid, Madrid is, first and foremost, this is a big club. I mean, the biggest club in the world, in the whole wide world. That's Madrid. Then again, he came into that team. We
came with that big price tag, and we all
thought, it's gonna be under pressure. But then again, he's struggling the pressure, scoring the goals. I mean, at 20. Now, he had what 9 goals in what? Is it 9 goals in 8 games?
8 goals in 9
games.
games.
So
Eight
and,
goals and
and
3
so
assists.
even though when the times Madrid are not playing very well, he came to the party and I think for me at the moment, no, just give it to Bellingham. That's all I can say.
All right, Wisdom, wrap it up.
Yes, I quite agree with that because looking at what he has done over the years at his age, so this boy is the best English young player for now.
Okay, so thank you very much. Although I wholeheartedly disagree, it's not disrespectful to put him in these conversations, but also I think people don't fully realize how good Wayne Rooney and Michael Owen were at their age, and that's why I'm about to walk you through it and help you understand that in Michael Owen's first season as an 18-year-old, Michael Owen scored 18 Premier League goals, 1 golden boot in his very first season.
Michael Owen actually started very, very.
Michael Owen won Ballon d'Or at 21 years old. He doesn't get brought up enough.
Yeah.
Playing for Liverpool. So Bellingham is doing well. He's doing well. We can all agree that it's not at the level of what I just called that now. Can we agree, yes or no, first?
I don't agree 100% because Liverpool is not Real Madrid, Baba. Absolutely. If he plays for Liverpool, if Michael Owen does that for Liverpool, this is not every player.
Well, okay, that means we couldn't have. So Bellingham's 1 month because 2 months. 2 months at Real Madrid is what we are basing this entire discussion on.
What I'm saying, not every player comes to Madrid and blossom. You understand what I'm saying? Hazard was a big hit at Chelsea when he came to Real. We flopped. We started hearing injuries here and there. I don't think everybody come to Bernabeu and shine.
If you want to discount Liverpool,
no disrespect
that's
to
what
them.
you just did now.
I did not. I'm just saying
Liverpool is not this for Europe, including Real Madrid players.
I'm not disrespecting them, and I'm trying to not to let you still disrespect what Bellingham has done so far for Real Madrid.
Well, yeah, in the process, you're actually disrespecting Michael Owen.
I'm not.
Michael Owen actually started very early. If
I'm
not for
not.
that injuries that later came on board, I think when he was 22 or 23.
It's no disrespect. It's my opinion.
Okay, still.
Yes.
Imagine an 18-year-old from your club's academy breaks into the scene first season, wins Premier League golden boots. Very first season of professional football. Then everybody says it's a fluke. It's not a fluke. Did he do it? And then the very next season, he wins it again to show you that last season was not a mistake.
Okay.
And then wins the Ballon d'Or after that. That's for me.
There's no disrespect to Michael Owen. What I'm just trying to say is we need to just give this guy a big thumbs up. Bellingham.
We've done that already.
Doing a whole lot. I'm not saying
we've done that. Everybody did that. We did that for let all of you do it.
You're still asking the fact that not if you come to Real Madrid and it's already being compared to Ronaldo in his first few games that. He scored few games with Ronaldo. It's not a joke.
As great. Number one is absolutely Wayne Rooney. Yeah. For Wayne Rooney leaving Everton to come to United, I don't think most people realize at United as a teenager, his very first game he scored hat-trick in the Champions League
against Besiktas.
It was even 𝗫𝗏.
Sorry, 𝗫𝗏.
His very first Champions League game, first game as a big money teenage signing, scored a hat-trick on debut. And you look at what he went on to achieve at the club. I don't think Bellingham is at these levels.
But I think we still left to be saying what Bellingham can achieve at Real Madrid. He started on a good note already.
But whatever he achieves is the conversation is about what they are doing as youngsters.
No, I was responding to what you said because you said Rooney was able to achieve a lot of things at Manchester United, but Jude Bellingham is just starting his career at Real Madrid, probably at the end of the season or in the next two seasons, maybe when he's 21 and 22. Then we can now have this conversation of being among the likes of Rooney and Michael Owen.
Okay.
All right. So that's not the actual conversation we're even going to have. The conversation that came out of that discussion is Bellingham even the best English youngster right now, and which a lot of people bring up Bukayo Saka, which I'm inclined to agree. We'll get into all of that, but let us give some updates on what is going on in the world of football right now. Games have kicked off. And Inter Milan is still 2-1 against Bologna. All the 3 p.m. kickoffs in England have started. We have action at Tottenham, 4 minutes gone. Everton, Bournemouth, 3 minutes gone at Goodison. Fulham, Sheffield United at Craven Cottage, 4 minutes gone. And 2 minutes into the action against Manchester United and Brentford at Old Trafford. I think RB Leipzig had a penalty earlier. Did they miss it? Or yeah, 𝗪𝗪 missed the penalty in the 27th minute for RB Leipzig. Still goalless. 2-1 between Union Berlin and Dortmund. Inter still lead Bologna by 2-1. The goals are scarce in Germany today. Girona are looking about to seal that 1-0 victory thanks to a goal by Alex Garcia against Cadets. So let's see again in the English Championship. I believe there's action going on in the lower cadres of English football right now. And a goal for Southampton immediately. They've gotten on the score. Southampton leading at home to Rotherham, and no prizes for guessing that Joe Aribo does not play. Is he even on the bench? Let me confirm that real quick. Yeah, finally he's on the bench today. Praise the Lord. But he's not in the starting lineup. Other Nigerians of interest include 𝗫𝗫 Iheanacho and Wilfred Ndidi, who are in action for Leicester against Stoke City. Iheanacho starts, but Ndidi is nowhere to be found. I think Ndidi is on the bench. Yeah, he is on the bench. Leicester City lineup with 4-3-3. They have Aaronson in goal. They have Pereira, Arisuta, Yannick Vestergaard, Hamza Chowdhury in defense, Chisare Kasade, the loanee from Chelsea, in midfield along with Harry Winks and Keane Andrewsby. All it's Fatawu, 𝗫𝗫 Iheanacho, and Adigun leading the line for Leicester City, who have a lineup or a team or a squad that I believe is entirely too strong for the English Championship. Wolfsburg have taken the lead.
I think so too. And they've been on a very good run of form. I think they've only lost one in the Championship so far in about 8 or 9 games, and they've lost only 2 all season. They lost in the EFL Cup against Liverpool, and then the other loss was against Hull City in the Championship. They've been on a very good run of form. Yes, they are currently topping the log comfortably because they have no draws. They've had 7 wins, so I'm expecting them to get another win against Stoke City, and I'm quite happy for 𝗫𝗫 Iheanacho and Wilfred Ndidi as well. Even though he's starting in an advanced role, he's not that defensive midfielder we've seen over the years. But then I'm quite happy for them. They continue on this run of form. I think they should be back in the Premier League next season.
All right, they should be back in the Premier League next season. I do believe we'll continue to give you the action as they go down around the rest of Europe. But guys, let's now get into that conversation. Is Bellingham a bigger talent than Bukayo Saka right now? 2 young English players, Saka 21, as he turned 22 finally. I believe Saka is 21, Bellingham 20. What do you think?
Wow. For me, I would actually say Bellingham is doing it. Currently, in talent-wise, of course, Saka very, very solid when handling the ball, of course, which is their major as an attacker, the major role, getting goals. He has gotten more goals, more career goals than Jude Bellingham. For the role he plays, of course, advanced, you expect him to get the goals. But the way Bellingham is doing his job, getting the job done out of the expected position. I mean, like I said earlier, if one is to have a shout at the Ballon d'Or, it's definitely like Jude Bellingham 90% of the time. Bukayo Saka is only going to have a 10% chance unless
10%.
Yes, unless they have what's it called? They pull up the unexpected. I mean, winning the Champions League. Then you can say, okay, Saka has been doing fantastically well with us now, of course, no doubt. But Jude Bellingham, at this time, as a debutant in the biggest club in the world.
I mean, the case for Saka, even though Bellingham has been doing this for a while.
The
case for Saka is that
10%. No, come on.
Sustained excellence. I mean, Saka broke through.
Consistent.
Saka broke through at Arsenal.
Of course,
I mean, he didn't have the luxury of playing in the Championship first like Bellingham, then going to Dortmund to really work on himself. Thrown into the thick when Arsenal were not even doing well, and the team puts the responsibilities on him.
Yeah,
so
like I said,
he actually took up the responsibility on himself.
Yeah.
To carry the Arsenal team, and if you can remember, Saka under Unai Emery, he was playing as a right back.
Yeah,
he was not even as a left back rather.
Yeah.
He was not even playing as a forward as a dead. And then he has carried the Arsenal team consistently for 3 years. I think I quite agree with you on that Jude Bellingham's issue, but saying that Saka is far apart now, like 10% towards Jude Bellingham. Even on current form.
If he wants to get the Ballon d'Or, that's what I'm saying.
And you know he's not only doing it for Arsenal. He's done it for England as well. He did it at the World Cup, did it during the qualifiers, did it at the World Cup as well. He's not just a fluke.
Yeah, like I said, talent-wise, Bukayo Saka gets the vote for me. But in terms of going on to achieve greatness, I think what's it called? Jude
Jude
Bellingham.
Bellingham.
He's got a long.
Maybe he has an
he's
advantage
a long
due to the
catalog
club
of
he just signed
achievement.
for.
Yeah,
Yes,
yes.
maybe he
Would
has an
Would
advantage.
you have considered Bellingham for a Ballon d'Or when he played for Dortmund?
No. We are
So
talking
playing
of
for Real
currently.
Madrid is an
Where
added
you-
advantage to
Yeah,
Bukayo Saka
added
playing for
advantage.
Arsenal.
For
Sure.
me, I'll go for Bukayo Saka, and I say so because this is a guy that has played almost 100 Premiership games for Arsenal consistently. Now, a lot of people expect him not to be what in the game tomorrow, but then again, he's been pass fit. Saka is a player that can take on his back a whole lot of team. He does it consistently. He scores the goals, take up and everything. Fine. Like Onayo said, the only advantage for me here is the fact that Bellingham is
playing for Real
That's the only
Madrid.
thing. When you talk of when you bring,
And he's the icon of the team.
when you bring in Ballon d'Or context, but
Saka
then
is also the icon of the team at
Icon
Arsenal.
of Arsenal.
If
against
he's not,
icon
if
of
he's
the
not
team.
a star boy as we all call him, why do you think?
for the past 3 seasons, Saka has been the Arsenal.
Wait, did you just say Saka is not the icon at Arsenal? Presently,
Not presently,
why
for
do
the
you
past
think?
3 seasons.
Why do you think
All
that
right, all
Arteta
right.
always
Bodyguard.
sweat over him
Why you
whenever he's not
bodyguard?
fit?
Let the callers answer. Let the callers answer. Hello.
Hello, good day. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Settle fight. Saka or Bellingham? Which one
Good
can I-
evening.
Please, can you? Yeah.
Yeah. I think both of them are from England, English national team, right?
Huh? What did you say?
Both of them are both play for England national
They are
team.
both English.
Who won the England national team player of the season last year?
Bukayo Saka has won
So
twice in
Bukayo.
a row. He has won twice.
Twice in a row, and Jude is from England.
Yep.
So Bukayo Saka is clearly ahead of Jude.
I see your point. Thank you very much. Thank you, the man from Agui. Although awards are difficult to use to separate things, like even though I personally put Saka ahead because the Bellingham, I don't want to discard anything that he's doing, but it mostly comes from this recent thing that he's doing at Real Madrid. Lots of people did not pay attention to the excellent work he was doing at Dortmund. So let us not over exaggerate things. Hello.
Hello, yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, I greet everybody in the studio. My name is 𝗏ᴏᴜ. I'm calling from Fᴏَʟᴏ.
Biodun, talk to us.
Yeah, I think Bukayo Saka stand better chance. But this Ballon d'Or or most of this thing depends on the people that will vote. There are a lot of sentiment attached to this voting pattern. You understand? The club, the player is playing for, and the people that are going to do the selection by voting. So, but if they are going to look at it at performance and skills-wise contribution with the team, Bukayo Saka stand better chance than Bellingham.
All right.
Well done, guys.
All right. Thank you very much for your contribution. We have the first goal in the Premier League today. Is Everton have taken the lead. James Garner in the 8th minute to give Everton the lead against Bournemouth. So looks like 𝗏ᴗ would have to wait for his first win, or at least have to work hard for it. United and Brentford still continue to battle it out, but neither of the teams are any closer to finding that crucial equalizer. So let's just see how that continues to progress. Inter were leading 2-0 before. They've now considered that lead. Bologna are now level. So Inter to Bologna to Joshua Zirkzee with the equalizer for Bologna, but plenty of time for Inter to find that winning goal eventually. Still saw the Sports Cruise on Mainland 98.3 FM, giving you the latest in the world of sports, and we are also dissecting, or more like arguing, Bukayo Saka versus Jude Bellingham, who is the bigger English talent. And the last caller made a very solid point, or the caller before the last caller, about Saka has been England Player of the Year twice.
Which proves that he's doing it for club and country. And I fell on the stats during the course of Saka's injuries, his knock he had against Bournemouth and Lens, that Arsenal had the chance of over 60% chance of winning whenever Saka is on the pitch. And whenever Saka is not playing, Arsenal has about 40%. It shows how important he is to that Arsenal side. I'm not sure Jude Bellingham had this sort of stats when he was at Dortmund. Not until recently that he came on, came to Real Madrid.
It was just as important to Dortmund. It's just he was not
just
scoring. The difference at Real Madrid and Dortmund is that he's now scoring at a ridiculous.
Yeah, he was not scoring a lot of goals when he was at Dortmund.
That's because Real Madrid don't have a striker, and he's been forced to. He's been made to assume that role based on where he plays. At Dortmund was a pure midfielder. He still scored. He scored about I think he scored just about 20 goals for Dortmund. But his job was not to score goals. He was a midfielder that could lend goals. At Real Madrid now, he's basically a goal scorer that plays midfield. So there are two different things. But yeah, he was just as good at Dortmund. So he's always been this good for those people that have been watching it. Anyway, speaking of Dortmund, they've considered a second again, Lionel Bonucci. This time the goal will stand. It was from a penalty. And Dortmund won Union Berlin 2 in Germany. So back to the discussion. 0913-600-410 is the number to call. We are also streaming live on Facebook and YouTube. You get to see the beautiful Odunayo in Arsenal jersey, even though they are losing tomorrow. Jibola is here, Michael is here, Wisdom is here, and Juwon, as well as myself. And so check us out, Facebook and YouTube. Drop your comments. I can see somebody on Facebook. I love all your programs. Keep it up. Olani Simi Samo, thank you very much. We love you.
An update.
All right, go ahead.
Chelsea has considered.
When was it bad for Arsenal not winning tomorrow?
That's so sweet. I mean, you are talking about Arsenal losing. A team doing better than you.
All right. Does that mean
your team?
Now that Burnley has does that mean Arsenal will win tomorrow?
It means Arsenal will win. Team for the underdogs.
Arsenal will still lose. I'm used to Chelsea losing, but Arsenal will lose.
Yeah, used to Chelsea losing.
Yes, he actually said it that he was not really expecting anything against Burnley. That he just wants to drop his expectations. But see. I've supported Arsenal for over 20 years, and I've always known Arsenal that when our backs are against the wall like this, when you don't expect Arsenal to turn up, it might not be tomorrow.
All the time that Man City have beat you for 8 years, your back never touched one.
Of course, it's not. I mean, look at the game against Manchester City, the FA Cup game, the one they won. I mean, Arsenal were clear underdogs. I mean, just look at it.
Yes,
the likes of David Luiz, Mustafi, Socrates, they were the defenders then, and you would not expect Aubameyang pulled up that day. I mean, Man City played the whole game. The two chances Arsenal got was what gave them the victory against this.
Well, tell us why Arsenal will win. Don't be you said Arsenal will win. Why will Arsenal win?
Another reason why Arsenal is going to win is that because they've met already this season when all the players were still available for Manchester City.
Wow. Yes.
In that community shield, all of their players were still available.
Fantastic.
And even after conceding that goal, they still kept on pushing. They pushed till the very end. If they had not equalized, how would they have gone into penalties?
Anyway, let's leave the bad belly and focus on updates from Tufmore. Yes, Burnley have taken the lead. Lyle Foster with a very, very neat finish into the bottom corner. I think that's his 4th goal of the season. Very good start for the man, or the South African striker for Burnley. Very, very nice finish. Sanchez probably should have done better with that. Cucurella as well. But yeah, Foster has scored. Burnley in front, but still an opportunity for Chelsea as the game progresses. Continue to give you more updates, and yeah, not a good start for Chelsea, but I'm sure they can turn it around eventually as it progresses.
He's still learning in the game, so just 15 minutes.
15 minutes.
I think Chelsea will come and do the game.
I'm actually thinking Burnley are getting their first win in this game. First Premier League win, so I think
no.
Unlike you,
sorry, they are defending their defending their win.
No problem.
Against Chelsea.
I also know that at the end of this weekend there will only be one unbeaten team, and it's Tottenham Hotspur.
Exactly.
So I don't see how Arsenal come out of this weekend with remaining unbeaten. But let's see. It's just tomorrow, 4:30.
But I think banter aside, I think Chelsea have all it takes to come back into this game. I mean, Raheem Sterling is on the pitch. Amanda Bra, who got his goal last weekend. Was it last weekend? Yes. After coming back from that long-term injury, and I've always felt like I've always said since the beginning of the season that I felt Chelsea are having a different kind of season this time around, or like last season where they were not creating chances, they were not scoring goals, they were conceding on all cylinders. But this time around, they've kept their defense shape, and then the midfielders, they are creating a lot of chances. In case of Raheem Sterling does not get to put out that good performance that we expected of him, they still have Mykhailo Mudryk on the bench who can still cover, who eventually got his goal last weekend as well. So I think for me in general, I think they have enough. you can just
sure.
come
Of
back
course,
into this game
of course.
eventually.
Just to add to what she just said, I think if Broya can stay injury free, this is a very good forward. You can give them goals.
And Nicolas Jackson
He
is
has some
back up for
reflection
this
that
as
game.
well. After that ban, I think Nicolas Jackson is back for this game as well. So
Yeah,
they have
yeah,
a
yeah,
lot
he's on
coming
the
off the
bench.
bench. So they should be able to get something out of the game.
Absolutely.
All right, a lot coming off the bench. There's a VAR check going on at the San Siro for Inter Milan versus Bologna. Let's see if that results into a third goal for either team. Still, we're nearing halftime in most of the games in Germany. 2 games are already at halftime though. RB Leipzig, Bochum goalless at halftime. Augsburg, Darmstadt goalless at halftime. 4 minutes of added time in the first half between Dortmund and Union Berlin. They still trail at home. And Stuttgart also, same situation. They trail in at home to Wolfsburg. Let's see how things progress. Real Madrid just kicked off 3 minutes into that one at San Siro. The Chelsea game also progressing. Chelsea losing 1-0 away to Burnley at Turf Moor. And the importance of this game cannot be overstated for Chelsea. Let me come to wisdom now, because after this game, Chelsea have a difficult run of fixtures to come. In fact, after this Burnley game, after the Burnley game, then the international break, Chelsea come back. I'm talking of league games now, even though they will play Blackburn in the EFL Cup. But league games, they play Tottenham, they play Manchester City, play Newcastle, play Brighton, play Manchester United.
Play Arsenal as well. They are going to play Arsenal.
Yeah, they play Arsenal. They play
Yes,
Arsenal.
after the international break.
Sorry, I was talking of the games that I was afraid of.
Oh, really?
So, I did not.
Oh, I think it's
I'm
the same
really
way
not.
Arsenal to City is Arsenal to Chelsea.
So yeah, Chelsea after the international break, Chelsea
After
play
the
Arsenal.
international break, they're actually going to have
Play
about
Arsenal
3
first.
London derbies. They are going to
Play
play
Arsenal
Arsenal,
first,
they are playing
Brentford, then
Tottenham,
Tottenham.
then Brentford. Yes.
So Arsenal, Brentford, Tottenham, 3 London derbies back to back, followed by the big one against Manchester City, followed by Newcastle away, then Chelsea.
So the big
Brighton,
one is not against Arsenal.
Brighton.
Okay.
Then Brighton, they host Brighton, then they go away to Old Trafford to face Manchester United. So early run of fixtures. How important is it to win this one, even if you will not win for the next 2 months?
And this was the game I was actually expecting them to win first, and let's see with the other ones. But they have already considered in this one now. But see, I never lose hope now. But I hope they come back.
There's still a lot of time
Yes.
to bounce back.
So-
But like Tunde had rightly said, reading out those fixtures, and you know that none of those fixtures are going to come easy, especially the first 3 London derbies they are going to have, playing Arsenal, Brentford, and of course Tottenham Hotspur back to back. These are the kind of games that you need to win. You need this sort of motivation going into those run of games. So I'm still expecting them to come back against Burnley. I don't expect Chelsea to lose this afternoon, because I've always felt they just needed that one game to kickstart their season. I expected that game to be against Aston Villa, but they lost that one. Then the game eventually came against Brighton, and of course they continued that momentum by winning away at Fulham, another London derby where we expected things to be tough. Now they are playing Burnley, who have actually not been very, very fantastic in the league as well. I think they've only had 1 win all season. They've been very, very poor. I think they lost to Luton Town last weekend.
No, they beat
Yeah.
Luton Town.
Okay, they
Luton
won.
Town,
Okay,
Luton Town.
that's about the only side that they have won, and they are just about on the same level. They've only won Luton Town. So this is a very poor team that has not been really, really impressive since coming into the top flight. So I expect Chelsea to at least equalize in this game and of course get a win eventually.
All right, can Chelsea equalize? We'll find out as the game progresses. Scores still remain the same everywhere else. The only other goal we've seen, apart from like Foster's goal, is that strike by James Garner to open the scoring for Everton at home to Bournemouth at Goodison Park. No goals at Fulham and Sheffield United yet. Craven Cottage, and no goals in Manchester between United and Brentford quite yet. Inter Milan Bologna 2-2, 64 minutes played. Real Madrid still yet to open the scoring. Goalless after 6 minutes of play. It's now half time in every game in Germany. Augsburg, Darmstadt goalless. Dortmund losing 2-1 at home to Union Berlin. RB Leipzig goalless at home to Bochum, and Stuttgart losing 1-0 at home to Wolfsburg. So 0913600410 is the number to call. Let's get back to the Jude Bellingham conversation. Burnley coming close to scoring a second goal. In fact, they've been the better side in the first 21 minutes there about. And Wisdom,
Yes.
what do you think Chelsea need to do to turn this around?
I think Raheem Sterling shouldn't have started this match for the first place.
The team played very
Yes.
well with Mudryk,
With Mudryk.
Palmer and Broja,
So
and
I'm
Mudryk
expecting
is
him
rewarded
to
with
take off Raheem Sterling and bring on Mudryk and Jackson. So let's see what will happen from there?
I just want to add, aside from the goal Modric scored against Fulham, I don't think the one-on-one he had with he was just missing all the balls. I think.
Well, I think for all Chelsea attackers, I think it's been a season of missing of chances for all of them. But I think Mudryk has had back-to-back good games against a Bournemouth where they played goalless draw. He was great.
He has played well for most games.
Yes,
exactly.
it was great.
Exactly.
And then against Brighton, he was good as well. Then against Fulham last weekend, which he eventually got his goal. I think Mudryk has been on a very good run of form. I expected him to start this afternoon. I wasn't expecting Raheem Sterling to start ahead of him.
Well, he only started Sterling was on the bench for that game because Sterling got sick just before kickoff. So maybe now that he's fully fit, I think Pochettino should have just rewarded Mudryk for playing well.
Against Fulham,
he has gone back to his original plan. But it's not looking like it's working so far. 24 minutes of football played. Burnley leading 1-0 at tough.
But for me, I think it's still early. All Chelsea needed to do is just get the goal. When they got the goal, I mean, the pressure will shift back to the Bournemouth side. So now, I think he was talking about, making the change now. No, he can't make a change now because you are just 24.
Except he's forced into a change with injuries.
Get the first goal, then the pressure will goes back to the Bournemouth. Then again, they take it from there.
And it's quite surprising that Burnley are leading this afternoon because they are yet to win a game at home. All 4 games they've lost this season. It's been a tough more.
Of course.
So let's see if Burnley can better that record and get a positive result at Toughmore, or Chelsea will finally be able to get back into the game early enough. Earlier on today we saw Tottenham versus Luton and 1-0 in favour of Luton Town. James Maddison assisting Mickey van der Ven for and 1-0 in favour of Tottenham. I beg your pardon. James Maddison assisting Mickey van der Ven for his first goal, which was also all they needed to seal that 1-0 win and all 3 points. So Tottenham top of the Premier League table, but are we feeling confident? Are we expecting? Look, if you can't say we've not seen them play against good teams, because they've held their own against United, held their own against Arsenal.
Exactly.
Against Liverpool as well.
Against Liverpool as well. Is it ridiculous, especially considering the fact that they are not playing any European competition? Even EFL Cup, they're out of the EFL Cup. So it's only Premier League for now until January when the FA Cup starts. So they don't have any distractions. Is it ridiculous to say Tottenham can win the league this season? Jibola. What's stopping them from winning the league, actually?
Squad depth.
Yes. Squad depth.
They have just as much. Which squad depth again?
We don't have a squad depth. That's what we are talking about here. But then again, it's still early, like I always say. It's still early for me. Now they are not into any other world competition except what the domestic one, the Premiership, and probably what the Carling. I think that's what the Carling Cup, right?
Yes.
Then they were the FA Cup to contend with. So right now, I think they are playing very well. But I think when the world comes to shows, they are going to back down. So for me, I still see Man City taking this league. But then again, maybe Tottenham making the top 4. But winning the league, for me,
it's not no chance. So. Tottenham can't even smell the
Anyway, the man of the moment, the center of discussion, has done it again. Jude Bellingham scored for Real Madrid in the 90 minutes. Where does it end? Which is a good time to bring back conversation. Bellingham or Saka? I'm sure all of you go Bellingham now because he has scored. He has scored already. But yeah, Jude Bellingham has opened the scoring for Real Madrid. Let's see if that one stands. Jibola, Juwon. You all expected an easy win for Real Madrid.
Yeah, because
going as planned.
Because of they're on a winning current streak right now. So if you see the game against the Champions League game at the week against Napoli, it was a good game. I saw the Bellingham go in that game. They had to run all the way from the halfway line. Just took aside 1 or 2 Napoli and finished screwly.
So you expected them to continue from that momentum they had during the.
But although Madrid could be very fun, but
Ancelotti rather.
I was afraid against Girona because of the way the defense some kind of way shaky. You understand? But in this game, they should win this one. 3 points for Real Madrid. This one today.
I think for me, so sorry to put you back to that discussion you had about Tottenham Hotspur. It doesn't really matter about the squad depth. Arsenal were the surprise team of the season last season. Who says Tottenham Hotspur? They did not win it, but they pushed. They pushed City till the very end. United has conceded again.
See, I don't know. It was like a deceptive word. Error. They are just they are not organized at the back. I mean, and Casemiro, I'm not the point in the midfield. But then again, he tried to get the ball back, but he couldn't. Then the ball got to the 6-yard box. The defenders are just nowhere to be found.
I mean, if he wants to turn to a midfielder, it's a change from goalkeeping to playing. I don't understand.
No. Actually, it's not his fault. But then again, you know, whenever one man you
but
put there,
it wasn't really his fault. But Casemiro actually lost the ball in the midfield, and the United season
he considered goals,
has been
but
full
the
of
midfield
errors.
and the defenders were not doing what expected of. I mean, what is required of them? Look at it again. Yes, the coordination is not there. Look at it.
Even with Casemiro and Amrabat.
Look at the Lìdᴇ again. He's not even pass the ball to his opponent.
Has a lot of work to do today. We talked about this last week on the show that football management is it's not about just let's play football. There's a way you manage your team. Talk to them one-on-one. I mean, we should ask ourselves.
Yeah, Matthias Jensen with the goal at Old Trafford, and Casemiro with eggs in his face. Same for Erik ten Hag. Brentford celebrating.
You are right. You're right. That goes what? Was Onana 0.
I don't understand.
He saw the ball. He saw the player. So I think Onana should be doing better.
𝗀ᴜɪsᴇ had the ball deflected. I think the error was from the defender that failed to clear the ball. Actually, the ball
the first time.
I think it was it Johnny Evans?
No. It's Lindelof.
Whoever that was should have cleared the ball. He basically passed it back to Brentford, and then could not have saved it. Basically, it's just Lindelof. Very horrible clearance. But this was not a defense. It was not a goalkeeping error. But Onana probably should have saved this. It should have saved it. I will not.
It's not Scozima's fault, but it's not.
No, it's not like you should have saved it, but it doesn't mean it's an error. You should have saved it because the ball went under his arm, under his and all. But again,
I don't think his mind is in goalkeeping. He should just look. I want to play football.
Goalkeepers like Onana will try for teams that are dominant.
Exactly,
because United are struggling. Ederson is not a great shotstopper himself. I mean, he will save balls, but it's not. He will not save the ball the way Alisson will save. It's not as good as De Gea or something. But because City don't face constant pressure, it is not quite as obvious. You need him in his team for his passing abilities, and you need him to be able to stop shots, but also mostly to be able to start attacks from behind.
It's getting too much.
It's getting too much because United have still not sorted out the rest of the problems that they have.
Absolutely, and their defensive error continues as well. And I totally agree with Sunday that in a team that is quite dominant like Manchester City or probably an Arsenal team that has a solid defense, not a Manchester United team that the defenders are error prone everywhere. So you don't expect the goalkeeper to be in a stop shape. Though we expect Onana to be doing better. He was brought in to first and foremost keep
50 million.
Build up the play from the back.
No, my own is the goalkeeper's primary assignment is to keep the ball from going into the net. Then you can now discuss about passing the ball from the back.
If it's just about you want someone that can pass to build up play, if that's the primary responsibility, then why can't any people just put their midfielder in goal if that's all you want? But you also want the goalkeeper to be able to stop shots from going in, and that's where a goalkeeper that can pass is necessary.
Is a downgrade on the here?
Time will tell. I think it's too early to tell. Because the guy himself that you are talking about started very badly.
He struggled too.
He started very badly.
Yes.
And he was replacing Van der Sar. And lots of people were saying this was a mistake. This guy will never be as good as Van der Sar.
And he eventually went on to become a legend. So I think for me, it's still early days. It is a new team for Onana. And then his confidence is quite low at this point. So you just wait for that one or two games where he can save himself and save the team as well. I think it's still going to come good for United. But how soon it's going to be, I really don't know how soon.
That's what I said. If we saw it at Inter Milan.
At the Champions League final, every game is not going to be like the Champions League final.
No. There's a reason he did not play the
But you are not going to see that.
He didn't have moments of clear errors like this.
Surely he didn't have. But
because the team was good.
Yeah, in as much as he was not this error prone at Inter Milan, he's not still a better shot stopper than the year last season. Manchester. Even the last season, because of last season, that was the major reason. Ten Hag had to let De Gea leave the club and bring in Onana as an upgrade. He's supposed to be an upgrade.
It looks like a downgrade already.
Well, let's see.
Of course, because this is a big team.
giving a rundown of results or score lines from the English Championship. Stuart Armstrong was the one that scored that goal for Southampton in the second minute. It's still 1-0 between Southampton and Rotherham. Goalless between Sheffield Wednesday and Huddersfield. QPR losing 2-0 at home to Blackburn Rovers. Goals by Tyrese Dolan and Sigurdsson in that one. Plymouth, a surprise team in the Championship this season, winning 1-0 at home to Swansea City. Millwall losing 1-2 at home to All City. Duncan Watmore scored the goal for them, but Philogene Bides and Traore have pulled All City back into this game. They now lead. Leicester lead by a goal to nil at home to Stoke. Kelechi Iheanacho on the score sheet for the Foxes. 24 minutes of play. Iheanacho has scored for Leicester City. Leeds United versus Bristol City still goalless. Ipswich won. Preston Town 1, Chaplin and Frokier are the goal scorers in that one. Coventry and Norwich is goalless, and Cardiff lead 1-0 at home to Watford. McGuinness with the goal in that one. It's still in the Premier League, it's still as we were. No current updates to give, other than the fact that Lyle Foster did not, the goal for Burnley did not score. He assisted the goal. The goal was scored by Wilson Odobert, the young star who Burnley played today, and he became the first ever player to score a Premier League goal for Burnley when age 18 or younger. So history has been made at Toughmore. Burnley still lead by a goal to nil. Burnley still lead by a goal to nil in that one. But going back to the Tottenham conversation, Tottenham have registered 20 points from 24 possible points this season after 8 games. 20 points after 8 games this season. Is the best they've ever done in the Premier League. It is their best since the 1960-1961 season. And when you look at the teams that they've played, again, I say this is very, very impressive. They've played Liverpool, they've played United, they've played Arsenal, and they are still unbeaten. So which other teams? And when if you call Man City, they have a very good record against Man City. They know how to beat Man City. But even if they don't beat Man City in 2 games, those are just 2 teams. So which team could potentially stop them from? I honestly don't see it. I actually think Tottenham are title contenders. Tottenham could be the Arsenal of last season, even if they don't win it. So why did you disagree at first?
you know that was what I was trying to say before the goal at Sophomore came in. That Tottenham, Arsenal were the surprise team of last season. They did not have that depth in squad. They just have that. We're just expecting Arsenal to go into the season and then just probably make the top 4, but eventually they pushed City to the very end. And what helps Arsenal last season was because they started very heady, like Tottenham Hotspur have done this season. They played the big side. They were able to beat the likes of Manchester United. No, they lost against Manchester United, but they were able to put up, gather those points where it mattered most. And I think that's what Tottenham Hotspur are beginning to do this. And there's some sort of confidence that comes with winning games. If you're in a very good run of form like this, it's already 8 games into the season already, and Tottenham Hotspur are still unbeaten. Who say they can't be the title contender?
All right, let's see if they can beat it. I certainly believe that they are contenders. Whether they win it or not is different. But I think they might be serious contenders. Let's see. We'll reconvene midway into the season and see if they are still going on strong. I don't know
how far they go.
Michael, you seem to be enjoying yourself. You are laughing a lot today. So, because your team is not playing.
Yes,
I mean, yeah.
Please, it's not just He's always happy.
I'm used to happiness. Exactly.
last season.
So before last season, you were sad for the entire life.
You also used to happiness too. In this studio, you keep bragging.
Of course.
And you top the league for 248 days.
Thank you for the reminder. Please face your problem.
Onana
is waiting for you.
Tomorrow we are resuming our position. So
don't worry, we'll still get into that preview where we can have our bragging rights that we are beating City tomorrow.
Of course.
All right, we'll see if they can indeed beat City. But 0913-600-410 is the number to call to join the conversation. Bukayo Saka or Jude Bellingham, who is the bigger English talent right now? And we are streaming on Facebook and YouTube as well, so feel free to drop your comments and join the conversation there as well. Let me know what you think. 0913-600-430 is the number to send your messages to. 0913-600-410 is the number to call. Absolutely. Let me know what you think. Bukayo Saka or Bellingham. Let's also see if there are any updates from all around Europe. Inter Milan Bologna is still 2-2. It's moments like this that the punters don't like. How can you be leading 2-0 to start the game, and now 2-2, Bologna looking like they are going to hold out for that draw, and plenty tickets will cut. Let me tell you that for free. I think we have a caller. Good afternoon.
Yeah, I guess you guys especially in the city. Happy weekend.
Hey, bring you right back. What's up, man?
Yeah. Straight up to question just for me, I think without any out of like thinking twice about it, I think for me, Pele, I mean, the guy take all the boxes. Like he's very, 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 versatile player up front in midfield. He has the way of, just making things happen, especially going forward as well. So I think for me, if I have to say right now, Saka has the numbers already. He's doing super great for his team Arsenal. I think without, I think it's kind of it's almost similar. Saka, if you take Saka out of Arsenal, I think Arsenal will struggle. If you take Bellingham out of Madrid, I think Madrid will still be fine. So I'm messing, but
Will they?
Yeah, if
Madrid
you take
of this
Bellingham
season?
right now,
If you take Bellingham, who else is going?
Fine. They will still do fine. But if you take Saka out of Arsenal, Arsenal will crumble.
How would you say that Arsenal will crumble, but Madrid will be fine? So have you seen Madrid this season without Bellingham?
Last season, Madrid were doing, pretty decent.
Yeah, Madrid last season and this season are two different teams. Madrid last season had Courtois and Benzema. This season they don't.
I mean, if Bellingham leaves and Ceballos is replacing him.
It's kind of balanced though, because I still feel Saka is the most important and he's everything for us right now. He's the guy in form. He's got the numbers. So I think for me, I'll go for Saka. So it's just a good day.
All right, thank you very much. At the end of the day, I don't even know who he went for. I think he called both of them. He said I'll go for Saka and Bellingham. I heard it. But yeah, 0913600410 is number to call Bukayo Saka or Jude Bellingham. Who do you consider the biggest English talent? And I know a lot of you will go with Bellingham because he's the one that's popping right now. I can tell you that Everton have made it 2-0. Jack Harrison would go for them against Bournemouth. It's now 2-0 at Goodison Park, looking like Everton will have their second win of the season. Darmstadt have also opened the scoring against Augsburg early in the second half. 52nd minute is Stark with the goal for Darmstadt away to Augsburg. So all but one game in Germany have now had goals. Only Leipzig remain goalless in Germany, which I tell you is a very surprising start right there. United still trail at home to Brentford, courtesy of do you want to tell us who scored against you? Or you did?
That's what I was thinking.
It's Matthias Jensen with the goal. It remains 1-0 in favor of Burnley at Turf Moor as we approach half-time in that one. Can Chelsea find a way back? Let us know. 0913-600-410 is the number to call. Of course, let's make it to half-time. I will be taking a break. But yeah, what do I know?
Yeah, as you're rounding off into half-time in the Premier League, the MPFL games, there are going to be 3 games today. There's a Northern Derby, the Kano Pillars versus Katsina United. There's also Duma United versus Bayelsa United. Then also Plateau United versus Atlant FC. So it looks like it's going to be a traditional afternoon.
Those are 4 p.m. games.
Yes, they are 4 p.m. Kickoff right now. So you can just watch on the MPFL app. It's still free for today. Match day 2. Match day 1 and 2 is supposed to be free. So today we are still getting to watch a lot of games for free today as well. So I think the starting lineup for Kano Pillars is out. Yes, I saw it earlier on. Just go ahead today. I'll just try and get the starting lineup.
All right. While Oduayo helps us with the starting lineup, let's go back to Germany. Dortmund have leveled proceedings against Union Berlin. It's 2-2 for a United fan. If you are not watching, I can let you know that it's grim reading because United are not only trailing, but they are not even looking like scoring. They've not created any clear-cut chances.
They were dominating at some point without a shot on target.
They've had 5 goal attempts, 1 on target.
United.
They have less goal attempts than Brentford, who are leading, which is not a good sign whatsoever. But Chelsea look like they're about to equalize. Let's go. Well,
I said it. I believe in Chelsea.
1-1.
They need to equalize. That's what I say.
1-1.
Yeah,
Chelsea have equalized. It's an own goal actually by Ardakil of Burnley, but I'm sure nobody cares.
At least it's 1-1.
Who cares? It's pressure.
Nobody cares. Chelsea going to the break level, which means they can now use the second half to
get themselves together.
Look for that winning goal. But what's the situation at Old Trafford?
Still 0-1.
Man United still they hang.
Still 0-1.
Oh my
They are
God.
still hanging.
Jibola, are you at the point where are you 𝗀ᴅᴜ out at the moment? Is it still too early to
No,
say
no, 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 no.
𝗀ᴜᴜ?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, as after the 𝗪ᴜᴇ match, I mean the Champions League, and I said to myself, I think now, no, there have been a lot of off-field issues. So we all thought, that's the reason why the team are not playing very well. But at this moment, I think when things are going wrong now, the box top at ETH table. So he needs to find a solution.
Do you want him sacked or not?
I'm not the boss.
See, the fans are actually divided at this time. Yes,
yeah.
They have some that are saying 𝗀ᴜᴜ should go, and some are saying he should still stay, he should still be given some time. So which place do you belong?
I think if he lost this game, he should be sacked. Yeah, because no, I said so because I gave him this game at the last chance for me. So if he lost, he should be sacked. Yes. Wow. That's the policy be sacked now because what's going on there?
It's possible they can sack him, but
yeah,
I think, they might still just give him a chance. But
see, there's a news that over during the week that he's being backed by the board. And we all know when he said
why would he be backed by the board for a coach that brought back United to the Champions League last season, and then he also won a cup as well. I think it should be at least given up until about January.
Absolutely.
Before, yes, I think so.
Whatever they want to do, they better do it quick because they have the Manchester derby coming up later this month. But before then, United will face Sheffield United away from home. Will play Copenhagen in the Champions League. They will play the Manchester derby at home at Old Trafford. They play Fulham, then Copenhagen again. They play Luton, Everton, Galatasaray. So that's a decent run of fixtures. But again, these days we are seeing that anybody can.
That's what we are talking about. When they defeated, was it Crystal Palace? Yeah.
3-0.
What we expect that from that game was there should be a momentum. But then again, that. Yeah, I'm just telling you, play
the same team twice in a week. You beat them comfortably first game, and then second game, the same stadium, the same team.
Then again,
3 days later you lose.
At Old Trafford. Sorry. Come on, they lost 2 matches there last season. But now,
you want to tell me sorry?
Sorry, no best.
Looks like you're very sorry.
Oh wow!
I'm tired of the team, the coach, and the board.
Anyway, let's go to a promising team. Chelsea actually started to play well.
Exactly,
now creating chances. Amanda Broja should have scored, in my opinion. His shot was blocked, but Chelsea are growing into the game now, and the confidence of that goal is showing. The own goal was by Ardakir. Sterling's cross from the left wing was going nowhere, but the ball deflected cruelly off the defender. He could do nothing about it. He knew nothing about it. Deflected off him over his goalkeeper, James Trafford, into the back of the net. So Burnley won, Chelsea won. Odobert opened the scoring for Burnley, but his teammates gave Chelsea the equalizer in that one. Dortmund now lead 3-2. 3-2. Drama in Germany, but from what we know about Dortmund, that might not be the last goal of the game. Schlotterbeck equalized in the 49th minute, and 5 minutes later, Julian Brandt put them in front once more. They took the lead in the 7th minute, considered 2 goals, and now they are back in front. Interesting game between Dortmund and Union Berlin in the German Bundesliga. 54 minutes of play gone as we approach halftime in all the Premier League matches. Are you ready for us with the MPFL lineups?
Yes, for Canopilas and goal, it's going to be Kolimba Aladom, then Chinedu Ozo, Stephen Mayo are going to be the central defenders. Chris Madaki Chidera is a mix of the 4-man defense for Canopilas. In midfield, they have Usman Barrow, Masuseli, Andrew Idoko, and of course up front they have Michael Ibe, Lukman Bello, and Samson Olasufo. Olasufo. I think it should be Olasufo. Yeah, it's probably the spelling that is wrong. Ibrahim Powers is the substitute goalkeeper on the bench. Then Sanusi, Nasir Sani, Abdulkadir Dali, Nasir Yaya, Okoko Jr., Nafiu Ibrahim, and Aziz Falolu on the bench for Canopilas. That's just the starting lineup for them.
All right, that's the Canopilas lineup. Who do Canopilas play?
They are playing Arsenal United. Like I said, it's a Northern derby. These are the kind of games I love to see, where the stadium is packed. When it comes to Canopilas, Katsina United, for every match the fans turn up. They turn up. So when both teams are playing each other, and they've always had this record of fans violence, I expect it to be different this time around. Or I hope it will be different this time around, because that game never ends in peace. Canopilas and Katsina United, it never ends in peace. So I'm hoping for a good game this afternoon, and of course no fans violence as well.
All right, let's see no fans violence. We'll be following through the MPFL app now that it's still free.
It's just today. Today is the match.
That's why I say until next week before they ask us to drop our daily 300. But yeah, we'll be able to bring you the updates and let you know if the stadiums are indeed jam-packed. I was disappointed with the attendance the first week of football, to be honest.
I saw the one between 3SC and Plateau United at the Adama Singba. That was so scanty.
I thought about people love
yes,
football.
they actually do. I was surprised. I was so surprised.
Sporting Lagos and Gobi United.
No, they still had a lot of fans compared to what I saw at Adama Singba.
Sporting Lagos games is they can't fill up the whole stadium. So the one side of the pitch
that belongs to Sporting Lagos,
they fill it up. So that side was full. But if you watch on the app, you will see the other side that is empty.
But it was not even as bad as what I saw at the Adama Singba Stadium. I know Ibadan people, they love football, and Adama Singba is always full to capacity. I don't know what happened last weekend. Maybe the fans got discouraged due to the postponement of the league several times. Maybe they are yet to come to the fact that the league has started last weekend. But 3SC actually eventually won that game, and I was quite happy with that. So it was so good for Gbénga Ògúnbọ̀tẹ̀ to start this season on a winning note for the Ibadan side 3SC.
All right, good one for Gbénga Ògúnbọ̀tẹ̀. I think it's half time in the Premier League. Chelsea 1-1 at halftime. Amanda Broja, I think, should be taken off for Nicholas Jackson. It was played through. I actually think Jackson should have started this game, but perhaps Broja gets benefit of that because he scored in the last game.
Exactly.
Why did Mudryk not get that benefit of the doubt as well? Who knows?
Maybe
Halftime between Burnley and Chelsea.
And I also think Pochettino to try get it for his first team right. You know, he keeps chopping and changing and everything.
How do you get his first team right when you have a lot of players at the doctor's table?
Even if everybody is fit, he has lots of players, so you cannot play 1-11 when you have it.
And they are all quality players, so I don't think it's.
So you have to rotate.
Doesn't get the rhythm going. You know. Today,
do you know what match this first team is?
To a large extent, if the team
that can be a start.
Well, as at last season, you can predict Manchester City starting 11.
At least about 8 to 9 of those players starting.
I'm not saying he's not chop and change.
Even as now to a very large extent last season, you could predict their first 11.
You know, if it's not Saka on the right side and Martinelli.
Jesus or Nketiah.
Sometimes when he's injured, he bring in Tosa. Probably what they
same thing for City last season. If it was not Jack Grealish or Foden or Haaland in the middle, Kevin De Bruyne and Rodri. So it was just like that for those big teams last season. So I think we are expecting that for Chelsea this season. But however, the team they've been battling a lot of injuries. So you don't expect the team to keep on bringing out the same starting 11 until, and it's also a new manager of the side. Until he gets that starting 11, he will still continue to chop and change.
All right, let's see how that goes. But 1-1 between Burnley and Chelsea. Everton lead 2-0 against Bournemouth at halftime. Fulham, Sheffield United is goalless at halftime. And Manchester United trail at home to Brentford in that one. But you know, Manchester United trailing, I didn't need to finish it. Any team can beat them these days. 0913600410 is the number to call. Don't you laugh at them too early. They might come back in the second half. Let the match finish first. Then Jibola you collect. And let's take a quick look. Let's take a quick look at the live Premier League table and see, because United and Chelsea were brothers in arms, but Chelsea have now just surpassed United.
Exactly.
The game has not ended though. Chelsea can still lose this game, and Manchester United can still win.
On the live standings, Chelsea are 11, United are 12.
And United must still go to 17. Because other things are yet to play.
So my fingers are crossed. And again, United could drop further, especially if Fulham end up winning. If Fulham wins the game against Sheffield United, where they're currently drawing. But let's not be premature with it. So United will give us plenty of reasons to laugh this season. We are sure of that. 0913600410 is the number to call. But we have to go on a break halftime in the English Premiership. And for RB Leipzig, I think RB Leipzig have missed the second penalty. How? Xavi Simons missed the penalty in the first half. Emil Forsberg missed the penalty in the second half. 2 penalties missed in a game where people are begging for straight win. I don't understand football sometimes.
The last time I saw something like that was when Rivers United played 𝗃ᴗ at home. They lost. They ended up winning, but they lost 2 penalties during the course of the game as well. How do you get 2 penalties in a continental game? How about if 𝗃ᴗ just score a goal? That would just be the end of it all. But I was just remembering that the last time I saw something like that was when Rivers United played on the continent.
Yeah, even Manchester United in 2019 against Newcastle, Rashford took the first penalty, he missed. Martial took the second, he still missed. But they ended up winning that game as well. These teams just know how to give away penalties and, just find their way of getting results.
All right. Let's see if they end up finding a result. I mean, they come to the microphone and come and
come and brag about your Chelsea.
No need. No, I'm not asking you about Chelsea. The last time I asked you about Chelsea, you were saying nonsense. Chelsea will not win, and Chelsea don't end up winning.
Chelsea eventually lost that game. It was a game against Aston Villa.
So I'm not asking you about Chelsea today.
So he was right.
If the reason we lost, it was not right. If you had said Chelsea, we probably would have won. But that's not important. Bellingham or Saka before I go on the break. For you. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Your mic is on.
Bellingham.
Why?
Because Saka has been consistent. I know Saka has been consistent for the past few seasons. But just saying a Bellingham, like the way Bellingham has been playing, and he's not even a proper striker or winger, but he has been scoring. He has been scoring a lot of goals. While Saka, so far this season, he has not even been as consistent as Bellingham. And Bellingham is just a new signing from Real Madrid, the best team in the world. He's a new signing, and it is a lot of pressure on his hands.
All right, very succinct, clear. I'm agreeing with everybody, although me personally, outside with Bukayo Saka.
Please, everybody agree with Bellingham. I said Saka. I picked Saka over Bellingham.
All right, 96 minutes between Inter and Bologna is still 2-2. Inter led 2-0 at some point in that game. I believe they missed 2 penalties. They are still goalless. 66 minutes of play. Real Madrid leading by a goal to nil. Goal by guess who? Jude Bellingham is 9th of the season. 38 minutes into the action at home to Osasuna. Let's round off into the break with just one call. Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon. Tunde Young.
Hey, my guy. I like your energy. What's your name?
I'm Mike, they call. Mike from Ipaja.
All right, Mike, talk to me.
Tunde Young, God bless you for not allowing that 𝗏𝗏 to predict our match. God bless you, God. I want to tell you that if that guy come, please. Because Inter ask that guy, Inter ask that guy, what's Chelsea going to play? Go say, I think Chelsea will lose. Please, go ahead. I was just so happy that you allow me to predict this match today. And I think Chelsea will go on to win that match. God bless you all. Thank you. I'm enjoying your show.
God bless you too. Thank you very much for that.
You are poisoning the mind of our callers. Ayomide does not play the game. He's not the manager of the team. He's just a fan supporting.
Ayomide is a hater. Anyway, Saturday Sports Schools on 98.3 FM. We have to go take some music break, and by the time we return, we'll bring you updates from the second half of most of Europe's top leagues. Inter Bologna has ended 2-2. So
we'll be previewing the Arsenal Man City. You don't want us to talk about that game.
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about the NWFL as well. I don't know if you were at the event earlier this week.
I was not there, but I got the updates.
All right, you could give us the updates. Yeah. Thank you very much. Saturday Sports Cruise will be right back. Let's listen to some music.
Clock the time. Rock the groove. It's music extravaganza, where the beat gets hotter.
Mainland 98.3.
Baby, let's go. The sound of Lagos.
They want your case, none of them. Yeah, why am I charging? No negotiation, keep latest. Doing the most for you, lady, no hesitation. Minding my business, but now you had the chase. No ask where they go, I'm going your way. They feeling the top of my mind. Baby, know they look down. I go fulfill your days, I'ma make it right now. You dig love, I know what we buy you. With a different realm, with a different time zone. The lady so much greater, so my own. Not only you, they make go. As long as we get days, I'ma make it right now. And you see your baby, go make it out while we levitate. Don't do 𝗏𝗏. If the right things they are good, they cut the long talk, girl, I'm coming your way. Don't catch me 𝗏𝗏. Count on me, make you best me your way. Now you could they tell how the 𝗏𝗏. As Mr. DJ, they put for replay. Now you the things I won't feel. Baby, take up my days. I know if it wait, cause I be no day. I know they less stress, with you man I'm blessed. I know go wait till the money don't. I just they count, you go take a long way. And I they show you, they make me feel blessed. I get rotate, get low shake. She not for Ghana when you carry this. And if one pop, if it pop for it. And I no complain. And my girl take up, man, I don't complain. When I pull up, you take your my pain. And I know if it pass you like my baby. Hey now, say for this matter, you fit take all my day now. No way. You don't do me, move it. If the right things, they are good. They cut the long talk, girl, I'm coming your way. Rope it. The don't catch me, move it. Count on me, make you best me your way. Now you could they tell I think I speak. I get rotate, get low shake. She not for Ghana when you carry this. And if one pop, if it pop for it. And I thought, no complaint. And my girl take up, man, I don't complain. Pull up, you take your my pain. And I know if it pass you like my babe. Nah, say for this matter, you can take all my day now. Stamina with the vibe to the devil say my name. Ɪbẹ̀lówà, money ɪbẹ̀lóngbé. Ògèdèngbé, kí ló dé tó lọ gbé. Abẹ́nà, ìyáká ló ń gbé. Ṣọmọ 230 for the pool party. Full branding, no be full gazi. White range and black Maserati. The fire go, kò ní dá anybody. Wọ́n ní wọ́n fẹ́ lé wa, agbẹ́bọ̀ tó lé wa. My pretty Jamila, Angelina, I'm a sensibila. Lómi jọ́gọ̀ kó wa. Only what's up my G, I'm young but I'm free. I spend money like.
When the airwaves in your market become more and more crowded, it's time to break it open and really stand out. It's here.
Mainland 98.3 FM, the sound of Lagos.
Be a strong, strong pillar, unmovable, unshaken. Pour love like showers to calm you when you're breaking. Bank on me, put your money on me right here. There's no recession, no way. Vibrations only.
You're listening to Mainland 98.3 FM.
Native Records, baby. Do one more. Do one more. Hey, do you want more? Do you want less? More. Kilos, pounds, yes. How many runs did I trap in the bando? Me say fado. How many fees did I put on the kilo? Go ask Gustavo. You go Dutch or Nico. MC Oluwamo. Me, I don't flip that script. MC Oluwamo. How many runs did I trap in the bando? Me say fado. How many fees did I put on the kilo? Go ask Gustavo. We don't Dutch or Nico. MC Oluwamo. Odumolu Black. Me, I don't flip that script. MC Oluwamo. How many times did they try to come back like Killam, but I quack them down? Many men won't try mess with Messi on a big stage, or I call them clowns. Jagaban antics, run trap like Lagos with the bando babies, call on us. Bank on dons, bank a lot for my friends on top. Akube Balenciaga, hide my songs for my baby Madonna. Container Boku, Papa, now where in the berry, the rabba. Down to Bagada, they know say na Bibi, Abalaba, Buro, Ubanka, Eruku, Makanaki, Yodogu, Tenda, Yolaba. How many rounds did I trap in the bando? Me say fado. How many fees did I put on the kilo? Go ask Gustavo. You go Dutch or Rico.
Masterminds. We gonna get this forever. You know, whenever we link up, my nigga, they think that this shit come from outer space or something. Nigga, let's get this money, nigga. Masterminds. ROC, double MG. Jay, I got it. 4 stacks for the hills, I'm a big beat. Car seat still smelling like 10 keys. Tell a plug that I'm looking for an increase. Wingstop, fat boy, need a 10-piece. Say a nigga name in the car star. Nigga switching lane to lane like Walmart. Sipping Bordeaux, out in Bordeaux. Has a light flashing on the Bordeaux. Switch the Benzo for the Enzo. Back to the Benzo when the end's low. Switch your old from a new. Come a new, something like an info. The game raw when I came in it. Getting money ever since I came in it. You couldn't stop me if you tried. Motherfucker, cause the devil is alive. Big guns, big whips. Rich nigga talking big ish. Double cup, gold wrist. Double up on the blow. 2 mil on that I-95. Buy your head cause it's time to pay tax. Opposition want me dead or alive. Motherfucker, but the devil is alive. The devil is alive. Bitch, I'm the truth. The devil is alive. Bitch, I'm the proof. The devil is alive. The devil is alive. Bitch, I'm alive. The devil is alive.
Yeah, the devil is a lie, and the Red Devils are certainly struggling right now. Second half about to kick off at Old Trafford. Manchester United trailing at home to Brentford 0-1. Goal by Matthias Jensen. Everton already kicked off their second half. They are leading 2-0 against Bournemouth. And Burnley Chelsea, the players walking up to the pitch right now. No changes at halftime on either side. Burnley 1, Chelsea 1. And Fulham, Sheffield United, the only game still yet to produce a goal in the Premier League today. Let's hope that changes in the second half. Fulham are the lowest scoring team in the Premier League. And Sheffield United are one of 2 teams that are yet to win this season, so no surprise why that game is such a low quality game. But Dortmund are now 4-2 up against Union Berlin in the German Bundesliga. Ryerson with the 4th goal. Very good one for Dortmund, who came back from 2-1 down and now lead by 4 goals to 2. RB Leipzig, Bochum is still goalless. Real coupon buster in that one. Missed 2 penalties and still yet to score in that game. That led 2-0 away to Augsburg, and I mentioned earlier that Inter Bologna ended 2-2. As I now see Nicholas Jackson make his way onto the pitch for Chelsea, so there's indeed a change at halftime for who I assume to be Armando Broja. Let's see who Jackson replaces. But yeah, looking like Chelsea are about to start with new life on the pitch. Ayobide, talk to me. Do you believe Chelsea can expect something positive? You didn't expect Chelsea to be Fulham, did you? Did you expect Chelsea to be Fulham? Start with from there.
Yes, I did.
You expected Chelsea to be Fulham? Go on.
Chelsea won't be far. So remember when Arsenal played Fulham and they drew? I can't believe, but a whole Fulham that Arsenal drew, Chelsea was able to beat them.
Yeah.
Scoring.
Yeah, the logic checks out. Mikhailo Mudryk scored his first goal for Chelsea, but it's not on the pitch today. Do you think Chelsea should have started with Mudryk?
100%. Number one, because how can you score a goal and perform well, but you still get benched from a player that only jogs and only runs when it's a counter attack?
Wow, you are very harsh. That's why that brother does not like you. Me too, I don't like you. You are a negative Chelsea fan. Get out of my studio. So of course I'm just joking. Well, yeah, every day is here. Wisdom is here. Michael, Juwon, Jibola, and Odun are your roots. Yeah. Nicolas Jackson replaces Armando Broja. Are you happy with that, Irene?
It's like a 50-50 option.
So pretty much they are the same thing for you. Wisdom, do you agree with him, or do you believe Jackson can offer something that Broja did not?
Yes, I think they are 50-50, but Jackson has more energy going forward than Broja, so I think they should go all out and get nothing less than a win here.
So basically, from the two Chelsea fans in the studio believe that they will both play nonsense, but at least Jackson will run. So that's the conclusion that they have arrived at in the studio. Saturday Sports Cruise on mainland 98.3 FM. Tᴜ_Young is the voice you are listening to, and we are taking you through the world of European, African football, sports in general. We'll be talking about Pogba later on in the show. We'll also be discussing the NWFL and every other thing there is to talk about in the world of sports as the international break approaches. Real Madrid half-time between Real Madrid and Osasuna, 1-0. Jude Bellingham's goal, the only denominator in that one, the only differentiator, I beg your pardon, in that one. All the Premier League games have resumed second half. Let's see if United can be better. And Chelsea now have a penalty to Chelsea. So let's see if that stands first of all, and even if it stands, let's see if they convert, because Chelsea have missed the penalty this season. Enzo Fernandez also away at West Ham United earlier this season, if you remember. But yeah, let's see if that stands, and we'll continue to give you the information. Raheem Sterling, of course, Raheem Sterling, he's won more penalties in the Premier League than anybody else. Adds to his he basically ran. It's definitely the penalty will stand. He ran past the Burnley defender, and he had no choice but to foul him. That's what Sterling brings. Very direct when he chooses to be, and very fast. So basically, he just ran past the Burnley defense and was hacked down in the box. So Chelsea have a chance. Oh, it looked like that might be outside. That might be outside. So that's why the penalty is taken. I just want to confirm if was it outside or inside, because it might be a free kick. It looked like it might have been slightly outside. Let's see if that stands or a free kick is given. Let's see. I think it's Cole Palmer standing with the penalty kick. Interesting. Let's see if Cole Palmer can succeed where Enzo Fernandez failed earlier in the season. We'll give you the updates as it progresses. But so far so good. Looks like Chelsea are about to take the 2-1 lead, just as we sort of spoke about before. He scores. Yeah, Cole Palmer scores, and Chelsea are now in front according to wisdom. Cole Palmer does score. Chelsea are in front. 2-1 Chelsea lead. So the mighty Chelsea.
Impressive.
Chelsea are back.
You know the song.
Chelsea are back.
I mean, it's impressive of them.
Yeah, Chelsea are back in front, and goal. I think Cole Palmer has scored his first goal as a Chelsea player from the spot. So no need to count 0-7. We don't do that over here. Player, you sign player again. Modric did not do 0-7. He assisted.
He did 0-1-47.
He's just assisted. So yeah, Cole Palmer sent James Trafford the wrong way, converts, and Chelsea are in front against Burnley this Saturday afternoon. So more updates from England. That's still the only thing that has changed from halftime. In Germany, still no any other goals to report except from what we already reported. So let's quickly do a quick pivot and talk Paul Pogba real quick. I can tell you that Paul Pogba will fight to clear his name after a counter analysis. B sample also returned positive for a prohibited substance. The 30-year-old has now asked to prove his innocence to avoid a lengthy ban from football, as he intends to have everything he has taken rigorously tested to find out how it got into his body. It has now emerged that the DHEA was the substance that was discovered in both samples, which helps the body produce other hormones such as testosterone. After the initial results in September and the provisional suspension from playing, Pogba's agent 𝗪𝗪 insisted, and I quote, "Paul never wanted to break the rules, and Pogba has no intention of simply accepting the finding, with the player now expected to request a hearing with an independent tribunal." Paul Pogba in a world of trouble. It will be up to him, not the anti-doping authorities, to prove that he did not intentionally break the rules. So whether or not it's in the system is no longer in doubt. When he first broke, Pogba asked for a counter test. So the counter test came back also positive. So it is confirmed that yes, it was indeed in the system. But what he now aims to prove is that he did not use it on purpose. So it will now be a case of they will test, check out everything he has used in the past to find out which of those things are containing banned substances that produce testosterone. So, is this the end of Paul Pogba's career?
Oh wow, it's looking like a
At
4 year
30 years
ban.
old,
Yeah,
a lot of people don't realize that Pogba is.
It's 30, yeah, of course.
Until
And
you mentioned it, I was like, so Pogba is 30 already.
yeah, and for the club side, for Juventus, it's going to be a loss. Not really a loss. Since he joined the club, he's only played last season. He played
They already
6.
gained the money from the very first time they sold him to
Of
Manchester
course,
United.
yes, exactly. They got him for free then. This time they are getting him for free, only signing him in a contract worth over 60 million euros. And ever since then, he's only played 6 Serie A games last season. This season, he played 2. He didn't even start any game for the side. Even in the Europa League, he had 1 fixture. Overall, that's since last season, he's got only 12 fixtures. And of all the games he played, he only played 28 minutes. He played 28 minutes the most. The rest is either 10 minutes, 24 minutes. That's just the most. And he only registered an assist. So in terms of his impact on the team, I think he's not going to be really missed. Financially, they got him for free, so they are not losing. Just the contract. Yeah, of course. Terminating his contract means they will have to pay over 30 million euros to get him off. But on the other side, it's a loss and a win for Juventus. And for Paul Pogba, I think he's 4-year ban. I don't think coming back after the age of 34, getting a new club. Even when you are active, you are not even giving your best. You are not impressing the team you are currently playing for, and it doesn't seem like any team will want a player like that. That's a baggage to the team, and they wouldn't want that in their team.
So he should just hang his boots.
Of course, he should just end it there.
I expected this result anyway, because I don't think there's any player that's been tested positive before then the B sample comes out negative. So I was already expecting a positive result. So it's now left for him to clear himself whether he took it on purpose or he didn't take it intentionally. But then going back to his career, I think he's had his best years are past him already. So he was lucky to have started quite early enough at Juventus before moving down to Manchester United, where he didn't really have his performances for Manchester United were neither here nor there. At some point, it was all about his hairstyle. At some point, he will have one good game, and then the next 3 games will be it will be just something else for him. So I think at a point he also had issues with his family. So it's been here and there for Paul Pogba. And at this point, I don't think there's anything left for him to fight for. Just probably the 4-year ban. Just accept it, or if you're going to fight it, just accept it and then move on. Just invest in something else. His football life is already over, and they are paying him off, of course. So there's a lot of money coming in from that aspect. I think he should just probably invest that money in something else. It's over already.
Well, just to add to what I've said, I think it's a sad one for the Frenchman. If he comes back from that, if he eventually get banned for 4 years, he's going to miss the European Championship 2026. And also the World Cup.
I think he was probably going to miss it regardless.
And even the World Cup in North America, Central America.
Even if he was playing, he's never going to get it.
Maybe Euros was probably too soon based on his current form. But he could have made the next World Cup. Who knows? A lot can change if he was playing regular. Pogba is a player with quality. His fitness issues that had kept him away from football.
36, but it's a sad one for him. Sad one.
Very sad. Hopefully he can clear his name, get his reputation back. But even if his reputation is back, even if he clears his name for a player that has not played for a while, I don't know if top teams will be interested in Paul Pogba. But it's a player I really like, and I don't consider him a flop at Manchester United, even though most Man U fans would disagree with me. I think he played good football there.
It was because of his on and off form for Manchester United, and then injuries as well.
Who was playing well for Man United? The team is not good. Liverpool single out one player. He played very well for United, in my opinion. He had a good time at United. The team was not good. If you put him with his performances at United, if he played for a good team like Man City or Liverpool, we would have been able to appreciate him a lot more. But let's come back to current activities. We'll continue to give you updates as soon as we get it about Paul Pogba. Chelsea looking for goal number 3. Conor Gallagher should really be doing better there. But still 2-1 in favor of Chelsea. Looking like it's going to be back-to-back Premier League wins and 3 consecutive wins. And after a sea of losses. But I saw an impressive start. A start that Manchester City, once again, the last time Manchester City lost back-to-back Premier League games. 2018. Like the last time they lost consecutive Premier League games. Like Man City have not lost back-to-back Premier League games in 5 years. If they won the league,
yeah.
They won the league.
They won the league.
So like, and that's to let you know we are going into Arsenal as a City now, because Man City lost,
And it was even against Chelsea, Crystal Palace. That
so
was it. So
Man City
you can
lost.
brag about
They
that.
lost against Wolves last weekend. So if Arsenal beat them, Arsenal will be breaking 2 records. First win against City in 15 since 2015, and the first team to make Man City lose consecutive games since 2018. So all the more reasons why Arsenal will not do
Have you
it.
played the game ahead?
I think.
Which one is going to happen? Arsenal win or what?
Arsenal will be still.
All right.
Oh, the unbeaten continues tomorrow for Arsenal.
Sure.
All right. Let's let greatness settle. Greatness. I know why you are calling.
Hello, today.
Alpha. The minute we were talking about Man City, I already knew that greatness is going to call.
No, my radio is on. My TV is on with my bottle of soft drink.
Okay, thank you.
And my beans and potato. That is what I'm taking on this room.
Wow.
Well, we those things last weekend. We still lost against Wolves.
Who did you not see? Me.
I said you were with those things last weekend, and you still lost against Wolves.
At the level, I'm not Arsenal. At the level that I am now, I can't lose match and run now. At my level now, I will be Man City will lose match. Even tomorrow on Monday, if Man City lose, I will be the first person to call. Cut the treble at a season, and I will be disappointed with them. No, now that means I'm ungrateful. So it doesn't mean anything. I will call on Monday even though they lose, which I know they will not lose. Who losing to Arsenal? Imagine, let's be realistic to ourselves. We know there is something that for some people say, and it looks embarrassment to Man City. Arsenal have never beaten. When we say in a serious tournament, Arsenal have never beaten Pep Guardiola in any serious tournament.
Was not a serious tournament.
Okay. Arsenal, you people should be winning Community Shield. I bless you people with Community Shield in Jesus' name. You people will never win Premier League or anything, but people should be winning Community Shield in Jesus' name. Say amen as well. No, say amen. If you know that it's Community Shield that you want to be winning, just say amen. So you see, we are talking about reasonable business. Premier League, Champions League that will bring multi-billion dollars to your account. Look at how much is making progress. You people are bold of winning Community Shield. I reject Community Shield in Jesus' name, my club. Arsenal will be winning it. I'm even done. Man.
Thank you very much, greatness. Thank you. Arsenal, can Arsenal win tomorrow? That's the discussion. 0913630410 is number to call. If Arsenal wins Manchester City tomorrow, they'll be breaking 2 records. First team to make City lose consecutive Premier League games since 2018, and also to be their first win against Manchester City in the Premier League since 2015. Ayomide, were you alive in 2015? It's a simple question. You were 2 years old. 3. 2015 was 8 years ago. Oh yeah, 3. Wow, nice. So you look at 3-year-old boy has grown to become a radio analyst, and that's now still not beating us. Oh, you should be disappointed in yourself.
Shot fire.
Oh my God, wisdom, what are you doing 2015?
That's not really unfair. The last time Arsenal won the
I was
Premier
in
League.
Jaws hustling.
No, yeah, well,
Anyway.
the last time Arsenal won the league, somebody was not even born, and now the person is an adult. So that's not even a shame. It's the fact.
All right, first. So Arsenal have lots of reasons to be ashamed. That's just the point I'm trying to establish here. Everton have made it 3-0. Abdoulaye Doucouré with the goal. He's been in very good form this season, scoring lots of goals from midfield. 3-0. They lead against Bournemouth. Bournemouth, we spoke about how they've been good. They were unlucky to have lots of bad, tough fixtures to start the season. But losing like this scandalously away to Everton, who have also not been good this season, should that lead to questions being asked about the manager Andoni Iraola? Don't forget that the manager that rescued them from relegation last season, Gary O'Neill, was fired and let go, not because he was not good, but because they believed they have an opportunity to get a better manager in Iraola from Rayo Vallecano. So they did what they needed to do, or they did what they thought they needed to do, and Gary O'Neill is now in charge of Wolverhampton Wanderers. But it's looking like that might not have been the right decision. Or should we wait and see if Iraola will come good at Bournemouth, Michael?
Of course, it's not. I mean, where they are on the table can tell now. They hired Iraola just to avoid relegation, and now that's where they are sinking in. The one who actually saved them, they let go of him because they feel they can get better. And what they were expecting is what the one they believed in is, what they were avoiding is what they believed in is bringing to them now. Just hope going into the season he can sharpen up the team's mindset and just get something better of them and do what is expected of him to do.
All right, do what is expected of him to do. Let's see. Hicham Boudaoui has opened the scoring for OGC Nice away at Metz in the French Ligue 1. I think about 22 minutes played in that one. 24 minutes now. 𝗃 starts the Nigerian international, who also returns to the Super Eagles squad. He was not called up for the last game against Sao Tome and Principe. Gift Orban was preferred, but now Orban has dropped and Murphy replaces him in the lineup. So let's see how that goes. It's at Old Trafford, nothing has changed. In fact, not only has the scoreline not changed, the style of play has not changed. United are not creating chances, even though they took off Casemiro at halftime and replaced him with Christian Eriksen. It's still same of the same. Is it time to be worried for United?
As a fan, as a football fan, I'll say it's time for opponents to start celebrating. Well, that's what, yeah, exactly. Just start celebrating, because when you miss Manchester United, just know you are getting a promo at this point. But for United fans and for the board, I mean, for the investors who invested so much just to get result and financially wise, they should be worried and just look into the team. They have to look. I've always believed that Erik ten Hag is not a good manager. Not just in managing the team, but also managing your player. It's your duty to manage a player. When you are having an issue with a player, you don't just come out and slay them scandalously and just call them out and just drop them. No, you are bringing in these players to get the best out of them. I've not seen a way Erik ten Hag has improved Anthony. I've not seen a major talent Erik ten Hag has improved since he joined Manchester United. Rather, he's been having issues here and there, and that's having issues with the top talents and big players in the team, and that's not what is expected of a manager. I expected to work with your team, but Erik ten Hag, he has not been able to work with the biggest face of the team. As well, he has not been able to bring up talents, and some might say Garnacho or otherwise, but these guys come into the team with so much talent, in as much as they are not expected to do so much, but they have the drive in themselves. I've not seen this managerial attribute characteristic from this thing. I mean, look at Pep Guardiola from Manchester City. He joined the team. Players like Nathan Ake, of course, they would have been forgotten. He knows what to do to bring out the best of them. The likes of young talents, Jack Grealish, I did not. Rodri, he was not flying in his first season, but he had to bring out the best in them. But Erik ten Hag bringing in already established Casemiro, dropping Anthony, what's his name? The Sancho, I mean, a top talent, a top talent in the team that you're supposed to improve. You are having issues with these players.
Since 3 minutes gone, they've taken off Marcus Rashford to be replaced by Alejandro Garnacho. This is the first time I'm seeing Rashford getting taken off a game this early, and Mason Mount has also been replaced by Anthony. So let's see if anything can change. But let's leave them and go to a serious club. Chelsea now 3-1 up against Burnley. And Raheem Sterling with the goal in the 65th minute. Very, very nice finish on his weaker foot. Just laced it into the back of the net from the same side of the pitch, the same side of the box where Chelsea considered the first goal. So it really doesn't matter what happens. The mighty Chelsea are back. Wisdom. It's only you and I really want to be talking about this. I don't want to hear the voice of any of these haters for now.
It's a very good one right now. This is what you want to see as Chelsea fans.
All right, VAR review. I think I've posted it too early. VAR review. VAR review. They are checking whether Sterling was offside in that one before Enzo played the pass through to him. I don't think it was. I'm looking at the still now. Let them draw the lines. They should not do like the Liverpool one. But I don't think it was offside. But let's see what VAR ends up decided. Sterling looks to be level with the last defender by the time the pass was played. So let's see VAR. Award the goal, and I think that they might have, but let's see. Let's get official confirmation from VAR for that one. So it's still Chelsea 3, Chelsea, Burnley 1, Chelsea potentially 3. Fulham have taken the lead as well. Fulham lead against Sheffield United. Bobby Dikolo with the goal early in the second half. So there's now at least a goal in every single Premier League game so far. So that's good to know, and let's see, we'll get you confirmation to see if Chelsea's goal has been confirmed, and I think it has. Chelsea officially 3-1 up. Still seeing goal under review, so let's just chill a bit. But it looks like let's see. It looks like Chelsea are 3-1 up. Yeah, 3-1 up. Kick off. The game has kicked off. Chelsea lead 3-1. You can celebrate and enjoy yourself. Every day in your face.
It must be when I give them a pep talk that they want.
Thank you. Pep Ayomide, pep talk. Yeah, so the roundup of some of the score lines in the Premiership right now. Burnley 1, Chelsea 3 at Toughmore. Everton 3, Bournemouth 0. Yeah, Bellingham on the score sheet again. That's his 11th goal. Yeah, is that 11th or 10th?
10th goal of the season in 10th games. This is his 10th appearance.
10th goal of the season in all competitions so far. And speaking of people that can't stop scoring, Serhou Guirassy has scored a hat-trick.
Wow.
He has 13 goals.
From
season that just started. 13 goals for Stuttgart in the German Bundesliga. So if you thought Harry Kane was just going to go there and go and top scorer guaranteed, Harry Kane has 8, which is a good. But somebody has 13. Bro, 13 goals is a lot. I don't. That's incredible. 13 goals in 7 games so far, and Stuttgart are top of the Bundesliga at least until either Leverkusen or Bayern Munich play. Let's see if they can displace them. But Serhou Guirassy is on fire this season, and with that's already the most. He's 27 years old, but this is already his most prolific league season ever. He has never scored 13 goals in any season in his life.
Absolutely fantastic gem. I mean, giving Harry Kane a run for his money. Now you just know from last season, Christopher Nkunku won the Golden Boot, and before then it was all Bayern Munich players. Lewandowski getting the Golden Boot. Now Serhou Guirassy coming in at the age of 27. That shows you never to give up in everything you want to achieve in life.
Last season was his first season for Stuttgart.
Yeah,
he played 24 league games. He scored 12 goals the entire season.
And now
in this season, after 7 games, he has
surpassed
13 goals.
He has surpassed last season.
And last season was his best season. Last season, those 12 goals were the most he scored. So yeah, like Michael says, never too late to blow.
Of course.
Let's see if anything can happen for Serhou Guirassy in the transfer window. It's 27.
There was a time Arsene Wenger wanted him. I mean, Arsenal, the way Arsenal is
French player.
Yeah.
French player.
Like he came out and he was like, the $1,000 and €1,000 price tag he wouldn't want to add was what made the deal fall apart, and that the typical Arsenal and Arsene Wenger management process. I mean, what's it called, their procedure?
If not that it's 27, I would say Chelsea would sign him, but thank God, because Chelsea only signs youngsters nowadays. And mostly it's looking like it's a good day in the MPFA as well. Bendel Insurance leading 1-0 against Shooting, and Doma United leading 1-0 against Bayelsa United. Still goalless between Kano Pillars and Katsina, except Odoma has something.
Game versus Shooting Stars was supposed to be on the MPFL TV, but I think I saw the updates before the game started that they will not be able to put on the game on live, and it brings me back to that question that why didn't you allow some of these big teams? I mean, Bendel Insurance, they streamed all of their own games last season, and it was very, very good to see. But this time around, they are not being allowed to stream their games, and now you cannot give us the game. So it's quite disappointing from the MPFL TV. But good one for Bendel Insurance leading against Shooting Stars. They are just starting their season, by the way. They didn't play last weekend due to their continental engagement, and now they are back.
Kano Pillars are now 1-0 up. I'm watching the game live. It's looking like there are a decent amount of people in the stadium. Looking like
I told you that when it comes to Kano Pillars, when it comes to the northern teams, it's quite different from what we have in the east and in the west. So, and this is a northern derby, so you expect a full, you expect a packed stadium full of people to come and watch.
Yeah, greatness. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Tunde.
Welcome back.
Please, I have 1-2 words that I want you guys to help me to analyze or explain, sorry, the meaning. What is the meaning of contenders?
I assume you're about to tell us. People
Please, now I want to understand very well that English word. My dictionary is telling me something, and which I knew, but I want you guys to help me out, please. What is the meaning of, for example, contenders? I'm asking.
Greatness.
Eh?
Okay. Contender, according to dictionary, a person or group competing with others to achieve something. So.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So now, let's bring it back to the Premier League. So, who is now contending with Man City?
By that definition, every Premier League team is a contender. By that definition, it says a group competing with others to achieve something.
Yes, competing. Do you know the meaning of competition? You can still go and check meaning of competition again too.
I thought I'm not top of the table. Tottenham are competing. They are top of the table. Are they not competing?
It's just 5-7 man. When he starts 6, you see who you see. Just only one name.
Doesn't mean Arsenal did not win the league last year, but they were contenders. So you don't have to win to be contenders.
Contenders not the one Premier. Because why am I saying this? I have a reason. Although there is one show that you are saying Arsenal which contender. Is that how to you are playing only one Premier League? Arsenal went out all the tournament last season.
Will you contend against yourself? Will you contend against yourself?
I'm content. Man City is contending against herself. Can't you hear when Thierry? Arsenal, nobody is contending with Man City in Premier League. Man City just don't even score. Like by the club, they don't score for.
All right, thank you very much. Whatever you like, call them. They are scoring and winning. Chelsea 4. When was the last time Chelsea scored 4 in a game? Does anybody remember? Chelsea scored 3. I think last season Chelsea only scored 3-4 times. I don't think Chelsea even did 4
I think under Thomas Tuchel or under Graham Potter, they scored 4 goals in one of those games.
I'll confirm it.
You can just try and confirm, but I think they did. Before it got bad for them under Graham Potter, they won some games convincingly, and I'm sure they scored 4 goals.
Yeah,
in
that
one
was
of
at
those
the early
games.
part. Yes, I think so.
They scored about 4 goals in one of those games. I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm still going down. The last Nicola Jackson is the scorer, by the way. So justifying the fact that I believe he should have started. But yeah, still going, still not all the way in 2022 now. Still yet to see a game where Chelsea scored 4 times. So it's been a long time coming. I mean, you feel free to be emotional. Feel free to be emotional. So all the way back to 2022, I still can't see Chelsea's 4 goals. So let's give that assignment. Can somebody research it? When was the last time Chelsea scored 4 goals in a competitive game? Because they scored 4 in preseason, but that doesn't count.
Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening, my brother in the house.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening. I can call now. Today is speaking from Wᴏʟᴜ.
Nobody's stopping from calling before. Now you the fear. Now you don't get belief.
No, I don't know my jacket, no family. No, Chelsea will make my too much. That's a fact. It's making me, but I can call. Now. So you're doing a great job over there.
Thank you very
much. And then I'm really enjoying the game. And then for tonight, I want to thank Stanley because he really do a great work today. I want him to give me man of the match. He really try a lot.
My man of the match is 𝗏𝗏. What about 𝗏𝗏?
No, his match is okay, but I like the contribution of Stanley this time around. If I really try for this match, and all of them they are right. But my own is that they should step up their game. Our next match will choice, but I like the way they are improving now. Thank you so much, my brother.
All right, thank you very much, Tunde.
Thank you.
I like that Chelsea is giving all of you the confidence to call radio stations once again. So feel free to call. Saturday Sports Schools on Mainland 98.3 FM. Chelsea 4 at Toughmore. Chelsea leading 4-1 against Burnley. Remember that Man City were at this same stadium. They only won by 3. United could only score 1. Chelsea putting down the hammer. Wisdom, boast. You don't know the next time you will have this opportunity.
And now we are leading comfortably against Manchester United.
No.
On the table now.
Manchester United are still currently losing to Brentford at home. So they are still trading to Brentford at home. So Chelsea are going quite clear. I'm sure they'll be above Manchester United on the table right now. They're finally separating themselves.
All right. The last time Chelsea scored 4 in a game. Does anybody want to guess? Has anybody figured it out so far? Nobody still gets it.
I've not seen it, but I was sure that they did on 2022 under Thomas Tuchel or Graham Potter.
All right. Well, Graham Potter was not 2022. Graham Potter was this year. It was earlier this year. So obviously it's not Graham Potter. But Chelsea, I think Chelsea.
Graham Potter was last year after Thomas Tuchel was sacked.
Yeah, but it's this year.
2020. Oh, sorry, right.
Like it's this year that I was. This is 2023 now. Yeah, so Graham Potter's reign at Chelsea. Tuchel was fired in September 2022, but Graham Potter Graham Potter was even in charge from that 2022.
Immediately,
from late 2022, and then he was sacked in I think around February.
Those first few games that Chelsea were unbeaten under him, I'm sure they scored about 3 or 4 goals under him. They had about 5 games unbeaten run when
when he just came in,
on board. Yes, when he took over from Thomas Tuchel, they were on unbeaten run of form for about 5 games, and they won some games convincingly.
Anyway, Chelsea have not scored 4 in a game since 2022 March. It was 4-0, also away at Burnley.
Wow. That was under Thomas Tuchel.
So Burnley is the lucky charm. So Chelsea have Burnley's password.
We cannot bank on this result that Chelsea are going to be having a good run of form.
Apart from when they meet Burnley.
Don't worry. After the break, Chelsea face Arsenal next. So we'll wait to see what you can do.
Arsenal Chelsea fixture is like Man City Arsenal. Don't just bother. At least in the past few seasons under Mikel Arteta, it has been like that. Both playing at the Emirates and at Stamford Bridge, it's been Arsenal all the way. So I don't think that's a game. But then it's a new season, new players, and Chelsea are brimming on confidence right now. You never can tell what will happen against Arsenal.
All right. 21 years old and 154 days, Cole Palmer is the second youngest player to score a penalty for Chelsea in the Premier League. After, who wants to guess the youngest? No? Guess the youngest player to score a penalty for Chelsea. All right, 0913-600-410 is the number to call. Just guess. You might get it.
By the way, a wonderful finish from Vinicius Junior. I mean, a solo run, a solo goal. Wanted to make it 3-0 for Real Madrid, and these guys are just flourishing, they're exploring against this Osasuna team they are playing against, and it's just been a wonderful game for them so far in the league so far.
All right, 3-0. Real Madrid lead at home to Osasuna. Just as Juwon predicted, it was never going to be a problem for Los Blancos. What wisdom and with the 2 Chelsea fans that are disgracing me in the studio so far. Who was the youngest player to score a penalty for Chelsea? Just guess. Call Chelsea players. You might be right. Who knows? It looks like Sheffield United have equalized at Craven Cottage, but that goal is under VAR review. It's been given. Robinson own goal. So it's 1-1 between Fulham and Sheffield United. Let's see how that goes, whether it will stand or not. United still trailing at home to Brentford. 81 minutes of play. Don't even look like scoring whatsoever. The youngest player to score a penalty for Chelsea was Oscar. So it wasn't that long ago. Oscar against Aston Villa in December 2012. He was 21 years old and 105 days old. So, guys, which of these results are surprising you? United losing at home to Brentford.
Chelsea winning
4-1. Everton winning 3-0. I think that's the biggest surprise for me. Everton 3-0 is the biggest surprise for me.
That's big. That's actually.
So just state your Jibola, you don't look surprised. You see this every week. You should be used to it.
I told you from the beginning of the program. I said Brentford has not defeated Man United at Trafford. So now. So that's the only word. Surprise for me there.
Well, for me, I think Manchester United losing at home to Brentford is quite surprising for me. For its side that has only won 1 game all season.
Even as like that, this is our first winning.
I know, but then
how many years?
But then you look at the gulf in quality between Manchester. No matter the crisis you're going through at United, you should be.
That's what we're talking about. That's why I said I won't be surprised if they lose. Based on their form, right? I said so.
Then, based on their current form.
Now said, okay, fine. In over many, probably like 20 years or so now, they've not defeated Man United for now. It's happening.
All right, records are meant to be broken.
They have not even won on English soil, not even at Trafford, English soil.
Manchester United setting the pace.
Records breaking and
Sorry.
Maybe they need a spiritual healing.
Anyway, Jude Bellingham has broken a record, and it's a good record, not like Man U's own. A good record for Jude Bellingham with his most recent goal. And that's 8 goals in 8 La Liga games. That's more than Cristiano Ronaldo managed his first 8 La Liga games. Ronaldo scored 7 in 8 first 8 La Liga games. So for a midfielder, this is huge.
A midfielder.
I don't think a 100 million plus signing can ever be a bargain. He's doing what is expected. Well, nobody expected him to be scoring goals. But still,
maybe more pressure.
You can't call 100 million. 100 million can never be a bargain. Do you know what 100 million is?
But you should be thankful. I mean, Chelsea paid over 100 for more than 3 players.
Doesn't mean
Enzo, and what are they
greatness,
doing?
welcome.
Hello. Greatness is coming back. See, no matter how you would define it, Birmingham did well. Even did well than Haaland that is wasting chances anyhow. That guy is super. 10 goals in 10 matches. Abba, that guy don't try. More better than Haaland. Please, Tᴜɪᴅ.
Everybody is better than Haaland to you. You will soon say Havertz is better than Haaland.
Can you hear me? 2008. When 2008, when Man City, 2007, 2008, 2009, when I used to go and watch Man City big team. Now it's a piece of advice to Arsenal fans, so they should hear me what will happen tomorrow. Please, I used to go with a bottle of water and I will put salt inside. So once the match is going on, I'll be taking it as energy and as what are they calling it? See, I'm advising Arsenal fans tomorrow. We should go with a bottle of water and a salt inside. Because what will happen to them? It will be a shock to them. They are saying that Kevin De Bruyne is not there, Rodri is not there. So now they will now go with their full chest, confident that they will go and beat Man City. I'm advising them. They should keep their heart at home and go with a bottle of water and the salt inside. It will help them for energy or strength. Because what will happen to them tomorrow? It will shock them. A piece of advice to Arsenal fans from greatness. Bye-bye.
All right, thank you very much, greatness. You gave crucial advice, well-being advice to Arsenal fans. Say they should put salt inside water and drink it for energy as they are receiving the goals.
I don't think any Arsenal fan will be disappointed by losing to City tomorrow.
Just greatness. Make sure you win. No, just make sure you win because it's not going to be funny no money.
Even if it doesn't win, the bragging rights will still continue.
Of course. Just make sure you win against this Sunday.
The fact that City have been dominant against Arsenal, but this time around, I just have that feeling that it's going to be a little bit different. Going by the fact that Manchester City, they have a lot of injuries on their own part. Kevin De Bruyne is not going to be starting. Kevin De Bruyne has been like the major player whenever Manchester City play Arsenal. He's got one over the Arsenal. He always have that passes. He's scored many goals against Arsenal as well. So not being available for Manchester City this time around. The only thing we can hope is that Arteta gets his starting 11 right. We still don't know if Saka is going to be playing tomorrow.
Well,
I think
like
he's past a
to.
fitness test. It's looking like he's going to start.
Yeah.
All right, Saka might be starting, but good afternoon. Who am I talking to? Hello. All right. Seems that man is not quite ready for me. You had an update, Michael?
Yeah. By the way, Madrid have made it 4 against Osasuna, and this time it's a Joselu goal. Yeah, and an amazing assist from Vinicius. I mean, he seems to be adapting to that new role very well. He had to hold up play and execute a perfect pass to Joselu to find a beautiful finish to make it 4 for Real Madrid.
All right, Real Madrid, no problems. Leading 4 goals to nil. Good afternoon. Hello. All right, the same person, please. We can't hear you, and call us back when you're ready. 0913-600-410 is the number to call. So just Sports Cruise on Mainland 98.3 FM. We have less than 15 minutes. It's a wonderful Saturday if you're a Chelsea fan. A normal Saturday if you're a Man U fan, because this is your last Saturday also went. Fulham are about to take the lead against Sheffield United. Good one for them. Everton leading 3-0 at home to Bournemouth. And Chelsea 4-1 away at Burnley. Real Madrid 4-0 against Osasuna as well. Simple question: is Chelsea back? Considering that these 2 fixtures are the fixtures you expect them to win, Fulham and Burnley. But after this, they play Arsenal, they play City, they play Tottenham, they play Brentford, they play United, although United one is a very nice fixture at this point in time. They play Brighton, play Newcastle as well. Are Chelsea back? Ayomide wisdom before I then ask the rest of them.
Yeah, I will not say they are back right now, but I think they are coming back.
They are back soon.
Yeah.
They are on the way back.
Yes. they are coming back because they play good football. You can see if Chelsea are playing, you can see they know the direction where the ball is going to right now. Not unlike last season. So I think we are getting there.
All right, we are getting there. He says Ayomide, Chelsea back.
Like, I know Chelsea is playing very well, but you can't say they're back until they've played those big games.
Until they beat us now.
All right. I mean, for me, none of this surprises me because this is how Chelsea have played the whole season. The only difference is that Chelsea were not converting the chances in the first 5 games of the season, and now in the last 2 games they've been scoring, and that's what I kept on emphasizing on when Chelsea were losing. That Chelsea are not in crisis. I know what I saw last season.
Exactly.
Last season there was no hope. This season they were playing well, just that they somehow were missing. And you know they cannot miss chances like that the entire season.
United, forget the fact that United are not scoring or they are not even playing.
United are not playing well. United are not playing.
That's what I'm saying. That's what they are not even playing. And again, they are not scoring goals. Can you imagine?
But that was also part of Chelsea's problem at the beginning of the season. But I've always had this opinion that Chelsea are creating chances this season, unlike last season, and they are defending quite well. Exactly. The only thing left for them is just to put the ball at the back of the net. And luckily, they have J back, and then Mudryk has started scoring as well. Nicholas Jackson as well. There's still Nkunku somewhere who is still injured. I've always felt that it's going to be a different kettle of fish for Chelsea this season. And I also felt that they just needed that game, just one game. To get their season going. I felt it was going to be against Aston Villa, but they didn't get it. But they defeated a very good side in Brighton. They built on that momentum, continued with us Fulham, and now they've beaten Burnley. But whether they are back or not, it's left to be seen when they are back from the international break, where they play those 3 consecutive London derbies. Sure. If they can pick up at least 6 points from the first 3 games, I think they have a chance of saying that.
Yeah, you just need to believe in themselves. They will get the result coming.
Okay. So what do United need to do?
They need to sack everything now.
They need 40 days prayer and fasting.
United I think there's difficult,
but there's VAR pending. Who scored the goal?
It was an own goal.
Imagine. Of course. But let's see.
I won't be surprised if they did.
You know, for just for ticket purposes only, let the goal stand. But other than that, United can get away.
Who puts United and Chelsea on their ticket these days? I doubt. I don't think so. Not so much.
I mean, let's see. Jibola will continue. Jibola will be giving us the updates from Old Trafford.
It has been chalked off.
It has been chalked off as offside. It was actually an Anthony Martial's goal. It was not an own goal. It was actually Anthony Martial that scored the goal, but it's been chalked off for offside.
United troubles are just too enormous this season. They just have to. I don't know.
ETH out.
Okay, finally.
No.
I don't think it's a problem though, but they will just sack him. It's not a problem. The players have their own issues and all that.
But the players have their issues. But again,
I mean, so do you sack the players?
That's not the players.
To change things, you bring a coach that can bring out the best from the players.
Yeah, he's the coach.
That's your job as a manager.
Just
try and get the best version of your players. So, I mean, he's not a good manager for me, like I said earlier.
I think it's not his own fault. His fault here. I mean, what's going on? See, who are in the middle of what's it called? Midfielders of Brentford.